Is Monday, Eva to Ning. That's right, I said Eva to Ning.
Right, I've never heard that before.
Eva to Ning. All right, guys, so it's Monday evening. You know it's time for the Style Chronicles. I am your host, Terrence Styles. I believe I am. I still am. Yeah.
Are you sure that that's your name today?
Am I Terrence? Yeah, I'm Terrence Styles. And my guest co-host for this Monday is none other than Sean Mack. The Smack is back.
Smack is back in the building yet again. It's been a minute since I've been here.
Has it been a minute? I feel like it hasn't been that long. Has it?
It's been almost, I think it's been longer than a month. I want to say I think I was
you weren't here last month?
No, I think I was here. I think I was here in the beginning. Yeah, because we had the, it was the model appreciation.
Oh, that was April.
Oh, wow.
That was the last Monday in April.
Yeah, then that's the last time I was here.
Oh, you know why? Because May was a short month.
Exactly.
We weren't on air for Memorial Day.
Right.
So it was a short month, yeah. So yeah, our chronicle for tonight is what you never heard him say. So we're gonna talk about pretty much some men you may have in your life that things that or words you've always wanted to hear them say to you, like I love you, I care about you, great job, I support you, yeah,
I'm there for you.
I'm there for you. So men in your life that certain words or things, or maybe they don't communicate well to you, what have you. I mean, just some things you never heard them say. What you never heard them say, and
that's a powerful topic.
yeah, it's very powerful. So you definitely can chime in. You call us up at 888-400-5574. Again, 888-400-5574 if you want to talk about what you never heard him say, whether it be your husband, your brother, your father, your grandfather, your grandpappy, whatever, your son,
your baby daddy,
your boyfriend, your husband, whatever.
Your husband?
Your husband.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, so what you never heard him say.
Is that what he was, or could have been, and you just put husband together?
Or it could be for the lesbian community. Husband, wife, husband.
Oh, okay.
Husband.
I didn't think about that one. I
Yeah.
like that one. Somebody should steal that. That's
Yeah,
nice.
husband. So so just call us up if you care to share. Again, 888-400-5574, and our chronicle is what you never heard him say. We also count down to the season finale of the Style Chronicles. We only have 6 more chronicles left.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You like your pause.
No,
that was dramatic.
Yeah.
That was dramatic. Oh, okay.
Come on
okay.
now, I'm a thespian. I'm an actor, so I gotta give, some theater.
I was about to say, you didn't tell me that you was a lesbian.
You stupid. So yeah, it's 2 more left in this month, and it is 4 next month, and that'll wrap up the season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next month.
Yeah, so everybody's gonna be here to see the finale.
Yes, I heard.
Everybody.
I heard. Are you still thinking about what was it called? The Battle of Sexes?
Yeah, that's gonna be the week before.
Okay. Are we all gonna be here for that too?
I think everybody is. I'm not sure. Some people are, I believe.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But the season finale. But the season finale is gonna be everything. Like everybody's gonna be here. Yeah.
Is Keanu back?
Yes, Keanu's coming back.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Yeah, Keanu's coming back. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm super duper.
Tell her she has to bring her pumps, her boots. 'Cause she got a lot of heels and shoes to fill.
I know, right? Yeah. So actually, she'll be back the end of this month.
Okay.
I won't be here on the 30th, so she'll be taking over for me to. It's great because the chronicle for the 30th is women and their sexuality.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
She'll be here. She'll be back on air on this is the last Monday of this month.
Let's see how many buttons she pressed wrong.
I know. Right.
I forgot.
Right.
I forgot.
So she just bought a house.
Congrats.
So yeah, so I saw her last Sunday, and she was like, "We still on for the 30th." I was like, "Yeah, you still on? You good?" And she was like, "Is everything still the same?" I was like, "Yeah, everything's still the same." I said, "Everything is still the same." I said, "But I'll give you some, I'll email you cheat sheets and stuff like that." But yeah, everything. So she'll be back the last Monday of this month.
Okay.
And then she'll be back for 2 chronicles next month. So we'll hear a lot from her in the next
little chicken nugget dipping in.
Exactly. So I'm kind of super duper excited about the season finale. I'm actually.
Did it go fast for you?
No, it didn't.
Really?
It didn't go fast for me this time around. It normally does.
What would you say has been like your quickest season? Like it just like flew past.
I think my first.
Really?
Yeah.
Because normally the first one seems like, oh my God.
No.
Like
my first one flew by. Before I knew it was July. I was like, dang, that was fast.
which one was you anticipating more?
When I made the switch to come to the station, because we weren't always with WPP Radio. The first season we were with another station. So my anticipation was coming to WPP Radio.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like my second season. That was, yeah. I was super duper excited. But every season we've grown. Like we've added something. We started doing promos and video promos.
Okay.
And we were taking pictures.
Yeah, love the backgrounds and pictures. Yeah.
I have a great idea, and Will gave me this idea, and I'm not gonna say it, but I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
And I'm super duper excited.
Just leave the mics on. Me too.
Like I'm super duper excited. Like I was talking to him about it, because next season is gonna be the last season.
Okay.
And so that's like 5 seasons, and I'm like, oh my god, I have 5 seasons on my belt. So I thought of I do promo pictures and video and all that type of stuff. So I was trying to think of an idea for my promo picture for the final season.
Oh Lord.
And when he told me, I was like, I love it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Okay, I'm curious.
Yeah, I got the title, because I also named my seasons.
Right, exactly.
Like this season is.
Yeah, what is the name of the season?
What is this season?
Oh my God, you haven't
What
said
is
that.
this?
It's been
Right.
that long since you said it.
Yeah, it has been a minute since I said it. Chapter 4.
Oh, okay, yep, I do remember
Chapter
the
4.
beginning. Yep,
Yeah, Chapter 4. Last season was Trois. Second season was. What was second season's? I don't even remember. Dang.
You getting old.
I know, right? What was second season's?
You sure it's not in the prize vault?
I don't remember, but yeah, I have the title for the 5th season and everything. So I'm super excited.
Well, it seems like you don't have a lot to be thinking about this summer.
No, I don't.
Chill, relax.
Yeah, and we're not coming back.
And no school. So there you go. Wait a minute.
I'll tell you something about.
Oh no.
But also we're coming back a month later. So I'm coming back in November, and when I come back in November, the first Monday in November is actually when I started the Styyle Chronicles 5 seasons.
Shut up.
November the 3rd, and that's when I come back.
That's really
for the final season, right? Ain't that crazy?
That's a good way to start. That means that first one needs to be a party.
Yeah, well, I will probably do a anniversary party like a week or 2 later.
Okay.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, I might make it a Friday, maybe a Sunday day party, something like that, like I did a couple years ago.
Oh, that should be nice.
So should be interesting. But enough of that. All right. So how was your weekend?
Oh well.
Time for the weekend recap.
Weekend was good. Oh, you're not going. Oh, you want me right here? I'll do it for you. I'll do the sound effects today for you. My weekend was good actually. Didn't really do. Well, I actually went out a couple of times. Met up with some friends and stuff like that, and actually went out to eat a couple of places.
Okay.
And then what else did I do this weekend? Did some cleaning up. It was time to throw some stuff out. Just sitting around, just collecting dust, and you know it's dust.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
Exactly. And it's broken. You trying to fix it back together. I hate that. I hate that so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I did that, and then did some errands, did some running around. This is the most I've ever ran around actually in a long time. You know how sometimes you have stuff lined up, and you just like in your mind, you're laying in the bed like, look, the next day I need to do da 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 da. And when you wake up and you do da 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 da, and the next minute you just realizing, okay, I gotta add this. Like,
or when you think about laying in bed, you gotta do da 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 da, and then the morning come and you do da. Right. And
exactly.
You just do one thing or no thing.
Exactly.
I said, like, I was supposed to wash my car, clean my car this weekend. Did not do it.
Oh my God, Saturday would have been perfect to do that.
I know.
But it was so weird because I was going to do that this upcoming Saturday, but then when I saw the weather this morning, rain. I'm like, God dang.
Yeah.
But you see, you need to be like one of the people that just washes it regardless. Like, they are faithfully there.
I'm not spending my money and then turn around, it rained like 2 minutes later.
So that's why you need good wax. Like, if you got that good wax, like, I found a car wash that has like awesome wax. I mean, like, awesome. Yep. You spray it down. Yeah, I will. I don't think you can go all the way down there though. When I tell you.
Oh gosh.
It's not that far, but I just don't think you go all the way down there. But
is it more than 30 minutes away?
It's probably 30 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
But it's actually, from my understanding, for me, it's worth it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm with you. I can't do the whole wash your car and then it pours down.
Right.
Now, when you this is the question. Now, when you wash your car, are you one of the type of guys that you get down and you gotta make your rims shiny?
Well, no, I don't wash my car myself anymore. I used to.
Okay.
When I first started driving, I took pride in it. Like my first 2 cars, I took pride in washing it, and I was like very, particular.
Okay.
But I don't know.
So you like be delicious?
I think I've got.
You just drop it off and.
I guess. I don't know. I guess they do such a good job, though.
You said I can't sit in the sun.
Yeah. I mean, they do a good job, so why not? I mean, it's not expensive, so.
How long does it normally last?
The outside or the inside?
The outside.
It usually lasts maybe a week or so, week and a half, maybe.
Okay, I'm about to see where you go because that's another reason why I haven't found one place that's like really really good.
Yeah, I mean they're not like the gods of car washes, but I think they do pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're not expensive, so and they have different levels.
Okay.
Of how one time I got the works, like everything, like went into the cracks and creases and crevices.
Oh my God, you get the same place?
Like the detail. Mm-hmm.
Did they do a really good job?
Yeah, they did a pretty good job.
Wow, see that's what I need.
Of course, they get every crease and crevice.
I want you to pull the seats out, vacuum clean underneath the seats, like. Now that's the works.
Well, the good thing is that I keep my car pretty tidy.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's dirty because of coming in and out. But
right.
It's my car is pretty tidy. Like I've always kept a tidy car. My car is not like some people's car is just trash everywhere and stuff all in the back seat. Especially when you get in that car sometimes and there's stuff all on the front seat. That's the passenger seat. Oh, you gotta excuse me. Oh, child, are you living in your car?
And I hate when people say that. Oh, you gotta excuse me. I just had. First of all,
this been here for several months. Come on now, really?
I'm excuse you for years.
Right. That's that French fry you had 2 years ago. I remember it. Like really?
It used to be a seasoned fry.
Right. Now it's a raisin. And you don't even make raisins from fries.
And it's not even in the sun.
Right. That's how you know how old it is. I mean, is that a raisin? No, that was a French fry. Like what? Since when did French fries are like raisins? Prunes.
Exactly.
Is that a prune? No, it's an old French fry. Yeah. But yeah, so it sounded like you had a.
Yeah, it was good. Actually, it seemed like we always have some like movies, and I did watch a movie.
Oh, which one?
I finally finished and actually watched it. Tom Hanks, Captain Phillips.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Oh my God, that was a really good movie. And I know how you normally are with your movies, like you're really good. So I would definitely suggest that. And I want to see what's it called? Wall Street or something like that. Wall Street.
Oh,
everybody keeps talking about that.
I haven't seen that either. Wow. Okay. Did I watch movies this weekend? Because I usually have a movie day.
I don't think you was. No comment.
I didn't do it yesterday. Did I do it Saturday?
Was you able to watch movies this weekend?
Yeah, I was able to watch. I was going to.
Okay.
I put it in a DVD player, but I think it was Saturday night. I was going to. You know how you think you're ready to watch a movie, but then all of a sudden sleep comes over you.
Oh, I hate that. Or when it first starts and then you're trying.
Right. I didn't even play it.
You just put it.
I put it in, and I was still watching regular TV. And then I was going to. I was like, I think I'm gonna fall asleep. So no, I ain't gonna watch it. So I ended up going.
That's how I am. I like start some movies and it's just like.
Yeah, it was Big Business.
Oh, okay.
With Bette Midler.
With Bette Midler, yeah.
Lily Tomlin. I've seen it years ago, but
I've seen a little bit. I've never got a chance to actually finish it.
Yeah, they played twins.
Yeah, exactly.
And they got switched.
Yep.
Birth and all that. Yeah.
That sounded like a Lifetime movie, which I did.
Right. But that's really a show called Switch Their Birth.
Yeah, Switch Their Birth. Yep.
ABC Family.
ABC Family. Yep. I know
I
TV shows.
I just gave them free promo.
Exactly.
But this weekend I went on a date on Friday. I never go on a date. And not with myself.
Really?
Yes, I went on a date.
I went on a date Friday too.
Did you? Oh my gosh! Yeah, it was so cool. Like I don't normally go on dates, so it was like I usually go take myself out, or I go out with Will or Calvin Put or
Isn't it wait? Did you ask or did somebody ask you?
I asked.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. We went to dinner and then went to a play. I had one of my cousins on my mom's side had gave me tickets to
tickets. Yeah, I remember
to the play.
Okay.
It's called Wild with Happy. It was
okay.
I'm about to give this place some promo. It was a place that's starts with a C and
Okay.
ends with an S.
Okay.
It's 2 words, C
Not
with
your,
an S.
not your phone.
It's near downtown Baltimore.
Okay.
It's a theater. But yeah, so I had tickets, and so I was like, okay, I didn't want to take my friends.
Well, I remember that. I
You know
remember
what I
when
mean?
you got it.
Right.
And I remember you
I
was
didn't
like, I
wanna
don't
take
know. Ooh, I can really use this. here.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't want to take my friends, so I was
Okay.
just like, oh. So
New person, old person.
we've known each other for a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I hadn't seen this person in a long time.
Okay.
So we always talk on the phone, but I haven't seen them in a long time. So I was
Okay.
just like, hey, what are you doing on Friday the 13th? Da, 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 da.
That's scary.
And so, and they came and picked me up. And
Shut.
right?
You got the works.
Right? I came and got picked up. I was like, oh, okay. Got picked up and everything. Came to the door.
Oh, shut.
Came
Shut
to the
up.
door. It's like, oh, you ready? I was like, yeah, bro.
I'm about to put you on mute. I'm about to put your phone on mute. Shut up.
Yup.
People don't do that.
No, they don't. Because I was
People
like,
don't
so
do
how do you
that.
want? You want me to meet you there? You want me? He's like, no, I can come to you. I'll pick you up. I was like, oh, well, all right then.
No, it's that very much. I'm outside. Like, I'm gonna text you. I'm outside.
They can't.
See, even cousins said it. See, yeah.
Right, yeah.
People don't do that no
No,
more.
they don't. So they actually came to the door.
Wait, hold on. Now, this is a question. Was you shocked when you opened up the door? Like, did not?
Yeah.
Was you shocked?
Was I was a little taken back. Like, oh.
Okay.
Because I thought I was going to get a text about I'm outside.
Right.
So when I was like, oh, you came to, right. Because he was about to come. He was like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I would have been stunned.
And so I didn't want to be like too dressy. I didn't want to be too dressy, but
Okay.
because they were saying like, what are you wearing? And I was like, oh, I'm not wearing jeans or anything. It was like, jeans, I don't want, you ain't gotta get dressed. I said, no, I'm not getting dressed up.
So you kept it like casual.
Yeah, I had on like a V-neck
Okay.
t-shirt. It's like a greenish color, and I had on these linen tan with like stripes in it.
Okay.
And they like fit me.
Okay.
And I had on these some brown shoes.
Okay.
And a hat and called it a day.
So relaxed.
Yeah, it was real chill. Real
And it was a
casual.
nice day.
Yeah. it was
Saturday, right? Oh, this was
Friday.
Friday. Okay,
Friday.
yeah. Friday.
So yeah, so it was. I was just like, oh my god, I went on a date. But yeah, went out to eat. Then went to the play, and so it was really cool. I was like, I need to do stuff like this more often.
It's just that you
But
got
nobody asked me.
Just what?
Nobody asked me. I don't think I'm a bad looking dude. Like,
No,
come on.
and that's just the sad part about it. You be wanting to do stuff, and then you have to always be the one to initiate it. And it's like, really, I'm gonna need people to wake up.
Right.
That's what people would not say.
Like, I'm
Okay?
dateable. I'm
Exactly.
dateable. I'm able. You can take me out on a date. I'm dateable.
Dateable.
I am. I don't want to always go out. I mean, I love the friends that I have.
Yeah.
I always want to go out with my friends.
Exactly.
Like, I want somebody to scoop me up.
Right, I want
say,
somebody
hey,
to
let's
add
do
it to
something.
they call like the game of life. You know, it's
The little stick and you push
Yes,
it.
the little stick, exactly.
Like, hey, when it's like,
Exactly.
oh, she just had a baby. Was it a girl or boy? You put the people that don't know about life, the game of life. They don't know what you're talking about. They're like, what? The stick
You know,
people. What?
stick
The car.
people, right.
The pink and blue. The pink and blue car.
Yes.
Remember when you had to go up the little? Remember the thing you had to spin?
The thing had to spin, and every time you spun too hard,
Yes, it would go off. You're like, dang.
I'm gonna tell you my idea that I was gonna do for my birthday because
Well.
I'm really contemplating it. I'm not gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you off air
Okay.
and see what you say because I want to
Alright.
steal my idea.
You know,
But-
I still want to go to the gun range. I was trying to do. Okay, so I was trying. Stop.
No.
So
Since we have to
What?
we have to go as Destiny's godchild, men child.
So I was trying to think of an idea to do something with my dad for
Okay.
Father's Day.
Oh,
so I
okay.
called him the other day and I was like, hey, what are you doing? For Father's Day. He was like, oh, it was also his anniversary yesterday with his
Oh
wife.
wow.
So I was like, well, I was thinking about like going to the gun range. Or he was like, to go where? I said, I always wanted to go to the gun range. I thought it'd be something cool we would do. He was like, I ain't going to buy a gun range. He said I had enough with guns when I was in the army. I said, okay. I was just trying to be creative. Like,
I mean, at least he would know what to do then. I mean, kind of like show you. I guess that was my thing when we went.
that's what I was thinking
It was
too.
weird.
Like,
It was just like,
go,
wait.
like Bond, like something. So that was shot to hell. But so I went past his house yesterday, but he wasn't home. So I had a gift and a card, and I left it. One of my stepbrothers was there, so I left it for him. But I talked to him on the phone for a little bit, but he was out with his wife since it was also their anniversary too. So
Oh, that's nice. Happy Father's Day too.
yeah,
All
happy
the
Father's
fathers
Day,
out there.
belated Father's Day to all y'all four of us.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I went out on a date on Friday, which was really cool. I was like, oh my God, this is really nice.
Yeah,
and then I had just got my hair cut, so I look super duper handsome. I might add.
You was attracting other people.
And then I was showing my tattoos and in my pants my pants would fit me real nice and everything. So I was right and tight in all the places. Plus when you haven't seen a person in a minute, you gotta make sure you look extra good. Make sure you look really good. So I was like, did that, check. Saturday.
So it was successful.
It was. I really had a good time.
Will it be a part 2?
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
I'm hoping so. Yeah, he's pretty busy and I'm pretty busy. So yeah. So what did I do Saturday? Saturday, I worked out Saturday, I believe. Yeah.
Have you found a new class to go to?
I haven't.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna.
Saying you was thinking about.
Well, my Troy, who's a trainer who does his segment on the show, he's starting a boot camp. But what I thought about it was,
I feel some type of way.
Why?
Because every time that Troy's on the show, Richie Sky's always on the show. I just noticed that.
Troy was here last week, but Richie wasn't here.
I know. It wasn't.
It was SOS.
Oh, SOS was here. I didn't know Troy was here. I listened.
He was on air.
First.
He was on air.
Gotcha.
He called in.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's doing this boot camp. But what I realized is that I think I'm gonna have to work with Troy one-on-one, like instead of doing something in a group. Because what it is, I need to do something very particular, and that's my arms and my chest.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
But he does like full.
Yeah,
body.
yeah. But I was gonna do the boot camp, but then I thought about it. And I was like, I think I just might as well just have him as my personal trainer.
So even if you did the boot, well, then not, because you have to. It's not like you can't pick and choose. Okay, I want to come do this one.
I don't know. Well, it's like you could do a 4 week, or 11 week. So
starting when?
It starts. He's doing a free one this Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a free one he's doing this Saturday.
Oh wow!
But the actual one doesn't start until on my birthday, next Tuesday. It starts on my birthday.
You don't want to start there?
Yeah. But I know. But I'm not gonna be here to do it on Saturday. I'll be gone from Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay.
So I won't be here for that, and then I'll be here. I'll come back in time to do the show Monday, and then he starts the boot camp on my birthday. So I was like, yeah. But I realized I'm gonna have to do just one-on-one with him.
Yeah, I was about to say just set up something. Especially because you can get with him a little bit easier. Right. So set up something because that's intimidating.
Plus, it's particular what I need done. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I think I worked out Saturday. Did I feel like I did some running around? No, I did that yesterday. Hung out with Will.
Okay.
Most of the evening. And then I got home and I was going to go back out. I did go back out briefly and then came back in. And I was like, all right, I'm bored. And I went to bed, I think, pretty early for a Saturday.
What's early to you?
For a Saturday, I think I was in bed by midnight.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I think I was in bed by
Somebody
midnight.
Probably said midnight. I can't.
I think it was for a Saturday. That's early for me.
Yeah, that's early for me too.
And then yesterday I got oh, I know what I did Saturday. Was it Saturday? No, it was yesterday. I think it was cleaning out my closet. I was cleaning out my closet yesterday because every now and then I get this urge to get rid of stuff. And so I was going through my back of my closet where I had my jeans and stuff.
Okay.
So
now you got like a walk-in closet?
No, it's not. Well, it could be.
Okay.
But I got stuff.
Oh,
I got a lot of shoes. I got a lot of clothes. Period. So so I was cleaning out my jeans because my jeans. You know how you go through stuff and it's neat. It's neat, but it's still not as tight as it could be. So I just started taking all my jeans down, and just because they folded. I have them folded, and because I have a shelf in my closet. One of my I have 2 closets, so I have one shelf. On the side, I got my jeans. So I was just going through. I was like, get rid of these, and go get rid of these.
See, and I wouldn't think that you would be the type to just get rid of it. You seem like more like the type where, okay, well, if I have like a long sleeve shirt, I'll cut it up and like make it into something.
It depends on what the jeans. Like I've taken jeans that I didn't want no longer wear as jeans and made them shorts and cut them into shorts. I have a few pair of stuff short pants that were pants, and now I either took them to get them alterated to shorts, or I cut them myself. Like if they were jeans, I cut them myself to that ragged look.
I got you.
And but if I don't really feel it at all, then I'll just go. But with this new thing I'm doing and I'll tell you off air because I don't want to get this place free promotion.
Okay.
But it's this place that you can take your clothes to and get money back from if they accept them.
Really?
Yeah. If they're in what they're looking for or have some kind of brand to them or what have you, then they'll take them and they'll give you money for it. So that's what I do now.
Up here?
Mm-hmm. So that's what I do now.
Wow.
There's 2 places nearby.
How you find it? You just like
I did it.
fooling around?
No, I did. I knew about this place about a couple years ago, but I just like started doing the whole selling my stuff thing.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they'll take maybe get one thing, and sometimes they take a whole lot. So that's what I did. But I just needed to. And in my closet where my jeans look so much better.
Okay.
It's like.
And it's funny that you say that, and then why is the sun just beaming?
I know, it won't be right. But get this, how about I had some white jeans that I've never worn.
Are they still white?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They were in the back of my closet. You know, they were in the back, but they were folded.
Okay.
But I never wore them. And I'm going to a white event on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I could wear these. So I've never worn them. And they fit me good. They got all these tears in them and whatever. They really, really
That's ridiculous. You sound like Will. Y'all just be buying stuff and just totally.
But they were on sale. Like me, I don't spend like crazy. Like I buy stuff. Like when Will and I were out on Saturday, I did a little retail therapy.
Okay. That's always good.
But it wasn't expensive. Like I bought 2 pairs of shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and a jacket, and it was less than $80.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, it was
when
less
you're
than
able to
$80.
walk in and you walk out with like about 2 or 3 bags, and you look at somebody and be like, okay, yeah, I know you just spent like $300-400,
Right,
and I
you
just
did.
walked out of here with like $60
Right.
worth of stuff.
Right. And
Yeah.
everything was on clearance.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
good.
highest thing was these jeans I bought. They were really cute. They were light denim,
Mhm.
and they had the rips in them, and they fit like a freaking glove. OMG, fit me like a glove. And so they were the highest thing. It was $20. Everything else was
Oh, that's not bad.
15 and $7. Like I found a shirt for $7.
Oh wow, yeah.
I found this cute jacket for $15. So it's like when I go shopping, I don't buy.
That's how I am. That's how I am.
Yeah,
So, like,
I
a lot
don't
of
do
times when people see my shoes, they be like, oh.
Yeah, they do the same thing with me.
I know you paid a lot for that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no.
You gotta know. See, the thing about one thing I've learned is you can't just go in this area. Sometimes you have to drive a little bit, and even just mall wise, sometimes just to go and walk somewhere different, just to get a different look.
Yeah.
You go to different places and look at their clearance. Some of the same stuff up here that's regular price. You can find somewhere else.
Because I was looking, I was like, is this place like they got it like this at the one up here? So yeah, it was really cool. And the place, the H place that we went to, I really don't like to shop there like that because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna see another dude with that on.
That's the reason why. Because I know you be like, I love it.
So I like
That's
to piece. So what I do is I piece stuff together in my own way. So even if I do see somebody that have it, they're like, well, they wouldn't wear it like I would. So
I'm surprised you're not. I've never actually. All right, do you like 21? Not the past 21.
Right. Because they sell men now.
No, not that.
The R?
The R.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten some stuff there from them. Yes. With them, you gotta pick and choose. You gotta not pick and choose. You have to
match.
Yeah, or what's the word I want to use? Scuffle through. Sometimes you have to really take your time because sometimes it's like, yeah. Like I found. Oh, you went with this. I found these pants that I wore to the black party in February. Out from there.
I may have seen the pictures
from there, and they were. I was looking for like harm pants.
Oh, okay.
And they were kind of like that, and they were like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marsh. That's no, not the store, but go to that one.
Oh, Marsh.
It's bigger. And it's the main.
Because I always go to Mills.
I found that out. That it's the main one, so they get
Marsh. Okay.
They get more. But no, I actually went to them this weekend not
Mills?
the first time. No.
21.
The actual Marsh.
Marsh.
I went there for the first time and actually just like walked around. I actually found the Michael K.
Really?
$22. $22, and I looked at the tag and I was like.
Pants?
It was like it was a all white shirt. It had a hood on it or something,
and
it was kind of like thin, like a nice thin fabric or something. And I actually seen it in the regular Michael, and I was like, in the American Michael was like, y'all better call y'all mother,
right?
Because that's somebody not paying their bills. But when I seen it here, I was like, shut up, shut up.
Wow.
Man, I had to make sure that it was,
Wow.
not Michael from the block.
Yeah. And then I ended my Sunday. Went to a particular block party thing. Calvin and I went. And,
was it crowded? I talked to one other person. She said she went.
Really, it was cool. It was all right. And then then I had it was pretty cool. It was all right. Yeah, so I had a pretty good time. It was a pretty decent weekend.
Sounds like a little bit like mine's kind of busy.
Yeah, I was really excited about Friday though.
Yeah, I was too. Mine's caught me off guard.
Yeah. So you asked?
No,
actually, you were
yes,
asked.
I know. I was surprised. And it was actually like 2 days before. Oh. But the Saturday one I asked. Yes, it was 2.
2 different people?
Yeah.
Yes, you better do that. Yes, 2 different people in one weekend.
I kept calling him Prince. Yeah, it's a hidden story behind that one. It's a hidden story behind that one. But no, it was good. But I did all fun stuff. Like the first one was like really sit down and like interact. But the second one I was like, no, I just want to get out and just do something fun, like bowling or like laser tag, something fun. But then maybe you still have a chance to like talk in the car, or then probably like do a little dinner or something like that. But I don't know. And then that's another problem I run into since we're going back to the whole dating thing. It seems like a lot of people do the same thing. Let's go to the same restaurants. Or is that whole, we could come get a movie and come over.
When we get into our chronicle, I'm going to ask you, a couple questions about the whole dating thing. So
no SOS questions, please.
Oh, so you heard?
Yes, I did hear, and I even started in the beginning.
Did you hear when Sharella was called in?
No. That's my phone started acting up.
You should have, Sharella, because she couldn't come.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be here, but she couldn't come. So she called in.
Yeah, because I heard the beginning, and then when you set that, because you set it up the same way that you set this up, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions. And he was old, and I was like, but that's what I said. You just flashed back to last week.
Yeah. So, so we'll talk about that more.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It was a wonderful weekend, beautiful outside. So hope you enjoyed the weather. When we come back, we're gonna get into the style reports. So keep it locked, more Style Chronicles in a minute. Don't go into
Welcome back. This is the Style Chronicles. I'm your host, turned Styles. On this beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous Monday. And I'm sitting here with my awesome co-host, Smack is back. How you doing, Smack?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And today's chronicle is what you never heard him say. Yes. Things that you never ever heard.
Right. Him say.
Mm-hmm. Who is him?
Him can be anybody. Anybody that's a.
I was being Mr. Styles for a second.
Yes, you were.
I was stepping in your shoes, which I like. By the way.
Thank you.
It's very Rhythm Nation.
Is it? Is it?
With the Egyptian style swag a little bit. That was fun for a second.
You like it?
Stepping out the box.
All right, guys, we're back. I'm your host, Terrence Styles. I'm in the studio with my guest co-host on this fine Monday evening, and none other than Sean Mack. The smack is back. Yeah. All right, guys. So our chronicle tonight, as Sean had mentioned, is what you never heard him say. So it could be any male, person in your life that you just certain words or things that you just never heard him say to you. Rather be, I love you, good job well done, I support you, I care about you, I'm in your corner, I support, all those type of things. So, if you would like to talk about, what you never heard him say, you can feel free to call us up at 888-400-5574. Again, 888-400-5574. All right. So, Sean, I'm going to piggyback until Latisse calls in, so she gives the fashion bomb. We were talking about dating. We went on dates this weekend. So, what are some of the things that you never heard your date say to you? Maybe something this past weekend that you never heard your date say to you. What's weird? Like, because I'm normally one of the ones that's like to start a conversation. I've never heard somebody actually say, "So how was your day?" Like, normally I'm the one that always has to do that. Like, so how was your day? Like, or how was your weekend? Or what do you like to do? I notice a lot of people, they don't necessarily ask that. Like, you have to ask first. Now, do you experience that a little bit? Like, sometimes?
where you like that's something that you normally have to ask, like, okay, what do you like to do on your free time?
No,
Okay.
a lot of times people will ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes a little both ways. I think with me, I don't think a lot of times people are quick to
Okay.
ask me. Yeah.
Let me see another one.
Wow.
I think I'm always asking, do you drive? Like, I'm about to just have a shirt. That's about to be.
No, I don't. I think I've mentioned that one time. I think I've said no, I don't.
Yeah, that's something I always ask people.
Yeah, I think I probably said that. No, I don't drive.
Or something I know I always ask, but I would love to get asked. What inspires you?
Oh, I've never nobody ever asked me that. I don't
Right.
think.
What inspires you to just be you?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten that.
Yeah, I try to make people think out the box because I think after a while you can have regular conversation and it's the same. But I'm just like catching people off guard. That's the stuff that it's not rehearsed.
Right.
Now I'm really going to get your raw answer.
Right.
And what you really feel like. How can you really express yourself?
Express yourself. You gotta be you and only you, baby. Express yourself. Believe in me.
I tried to rhyme with you a little bit, but you caught me off guard.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh yeah.
Rock it.
Okay, what about you?
You know what? This is maybe about a few months ago. I was having a conversation with my father who went over his house for something. I don't know.
Okay.
Or just to see him or something. And it was him and my stepmom, and we were in the kitchen, and we were just having a conversation, and it was about maybe, I don't know, it was the beginning of the year, maybe a little bit, maybe the latter part of last year. And I never heard, prior to that, mind you, I've almost been on this earth 30 plus years, and I never heard my father say that he loved me.
Oh, wow.
And I heard that for the first time, sometime last year, like latter part of last year. He said, he said, no matter what, I love you. And I was like, wait a minute. It just caught me off guard because I've never heard my father say that he loved me.
Wow.
Yeah, never.
Have you ever wanted, thought why or asked why?
I've always thought a lot of things about why my father didn't do certain things or say certain things or express himself, certain ways towards me. So I have many questions of why, just him in general as a person, and then as a person, then as my father, yeah, because on one hand I got a parent who always showers me with love, and on the other hand I don't know if one really loves me because I've never heard him say it.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that was the first time I heard my father say he loved me. Latter part of last year.
I don't know. I guess for my father, since I haven't seen him or talked to him since I was like 12 or something, I'm just curious to know, what do you think? I always want. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be in your shoes, but I would like to be in your shoes one time just to feel.
And you want your father's shoes?
Yeah, just like any male out here that has
a child children,
and you're not in their life at all.
Right.
Even once you pass 12 years, 15 years, do you ever just sit back and think
right.
What are they doing? How are they doing? And if you do that, why don't you reach out? What is your main reasoning for not reaching out?
Right.
Because at this particular point, you can't say the mother is stopping me, or or this the courts or something like that. Right. It's solely on you because this person is older.
It's grown. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm with you on that. I sometimes, I'm glad you mentioned that because I wonder. Sometimes I do want to step into my father's skin and see how he what do you think on a day-to-day basis? What is your thought process? What do you go through? When you don't hear from me, what do you just going about your when I was younger and and things of that sort. Why are you running around like that?
Right.
I knew my father and I see him periodically, but it wasn't. We never had a relationship. We never were close ever, ever. And sometimes I just want to be in his head.
Yeah.
And
have you ever had a chance to express yourself to him?
I have several times. I have. I always felt like it went in one ear and out the other. Until recently, I think, when he mentioned that, we had that conversation. He mentioned that I love you to me. I almost felt like I don't want to say it was groundbreaking, but I want to say that I felt like something may have opened up in his mind. I don't know. But before then, I always just felt like you know how you feel like you can get through this brick wall, but that you ain't gonna be able to get through it because it's a brick wall.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about my dad. Like, I feel like I was trying to get through this brick wall, and it's a brick wall. Why am I trying to get through it?
I don't know if it's harder because, you know, most people, most kids, and just most, you know, individuals, mothers are more nurturing. So course, even when the roles are switched, but it's kind of easier to pull closer back to your mom than it is your dad.
But get this, show. I mean, they always you know, always said yes, the mother's always a nurturer. But there are fathers out here who are single fathers and take care of their children, or that are fathers, period.
Exactly.
And take care of their children whether they're with the mom or not.
Right. Exactly.
So fathers can be nurturing too.
Oh, right.
So for, you know, people always say, well, mothers, the ones to be the nurturer. But no, fathers are nurturers too. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, when people say that, or fathers say, well, you know, your moms are the. I'm like, no, that's a crock of bull.
Yeah.
Because you could be a nurturer too.
Exactly.
You can be warm. You can be affectionate. You can be, you know, huggy, kissy, whatever.
Right.
Men can do that too, but I feel like a lot of men refuse to because of one, they feel like it's their pride, or they feel like it's their manhood. Like, that's a bunch of crock.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a want.
Right. You have to want it. You have to want to do that.
Exactly.
And I think with me and my dad, I'm always the one that tried to force something, and it just never happened. So now that I'm grown, it is what it is. That's where I'm at right now. And I've talked to him about it. I said, we ain't gonna be the best father and son. Like, we just not. But at least be cordial with each other.
Yeah, even at your graduation event, I mean, you can tell a little bit, but it was just like, I love the fact that you said just the fact that, you know, you have both of your parents here, and both of them here are here to support you, and just to see this, you know, the achievement that you were able to accomplish.
Right.
It's not a lot of people that's like that.
Exactly. Like, to actually have me in the middle and my mother on one side, my dad on one side, without them fighting and currying.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's where
I am blessed on that aspect, that my parents, when they come together, they're civil or what have you, and they cut up with each other. Mm-hmm. So I am blessed in that aspect, but I always wanted to have that. Sometimes I see dads with their children, and I just sometimes like, dang, I wish my dad and I could be like tight like that. Like, I could talk to him. I feel like I wish I could talk to him about what I talked to my mother about.
Now, do you think that if your father was there, that thing how they always say that if your father was there, things would probably be different?
I don't know.
Do you think that you would turned out differently, or you would have took a different, you know?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just hope that I would just always wanted a closeness with my dad. Always. Okay. Like I had with my mother. Because I want to be able to not always go to my mother.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I always, and it's like I don't feel like I can talk to my father about it.
Because I think some things that, like, you know, like the ways that some people's moms think, it's always on that from the female perspective. And I think sometimes, you know,
I want a male perspective.
You want that straight answer. This is what they're thinking.
Right, exactly.
Right,
I want straight, no chaser. Because I'm a straight, no chaser type.
Exactly. Rather than, you know, I know you're my baby, so I gotta, you know, protect you or something. No, I need you to tell it to me, like, if I rob the bank, what's gonna happen?
Right.
Exactly. What's gonna happen and why?
Your ass gonna go to jail.
Right. And I'm not bailing you out.
Oh, yeah. But I ain't gonna rob the bank.
Yeah, no. Exactly.
But yeah, sometimes I want that, and I don't know if I can go to my father about any, and I don't know if I can talk to my father about any and everything like I talk to my mom.
Right.
Because I've even tried to test the waters a little bit, and it just, I don't know, wow. It just...
Is it like weird?
It's uncomfortable. Because we don't know each other.
Okay, when did y'all like really start back, like, talking? Like, I guess more so like connecting a little bit more, where you can open up a little bit more.
We've never really connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I just tried to push certain buttons. Like, you know how you're like, oh, how this work? Oh, how that work? Oh, what that do? I do that with him. Like, oh, what if I say this? What is going? Oh, what if okay, that didn't go over too, bad. Okay. Then I'll try even more.
Just to see the reaction?
Yeah, I tried even more, just to talk about certain things and try even more. So I tried to press the buttons and see what it does. Okay. And that's kind of what I'm doing, like trial and error. It's trial and error.
I got you.
Like, because I don't know him and he doesn't know me, so it's like, okay, I got to figure out another way to go at it. Like, I can't just go straight this way. I can't go left or right. So I got to find a detour way, or maybe I got to make a U-turn or something.
So now I'm curious, with Father's Day and with that being said, is it something that you're doing just out of respect, Or is it just like basically, okay, well, yes, it's Father's Day, and I'm gonna, call you, wish you happy Father's Day, and I'm gonna take you out and do let's do something. Is it just I'm doing it just to kind of like because it's Father's Day, or is it something that you genuinely really?
No, I'm not doing it just because it's Father's Day, because it's been many Father's Day I didn't call, come do nothing.
Okay.
One, I'm getting older.
Okay.
Two, I do realize that he's my dad.
That makes sense.
Three, I am at least giving him that much respect that he is my dad.
That makes sense, yeah.
And four, just let him know that, like, I care.
Okay.
I do. I care. He's my dad. Like, despite him not being there for me growing up, I put that on the back burner, and I'm a grown man now, so I can't dwell on what you didn't do and why you weren't there, and I can't dwell on anymore. I'm grown, and if he was there, do I think my life would be different? I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I really don't. It depends on how he would have been, because sometimes you have fathers in your life and they total assholes, and then some in your life they're abusive.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, sexually, emotionally. So it's, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Which I even with that, I think sometimes I would want to just be in a person's mind, because I'm a huge fan of minds, criminal minds. But I'm just like, to think in a person's mind, like, what makes you decide that you want to, like, touch your child or molest your child or do something like that?
Right.
And I know a lot of people say it starts back from the past or something like that, but something is there.
Triggers in your head.
It triggers in order for you to do it, and it starts off small.
Yeah.
And it just builds. But I'm just like, I'm so curious and like, what is that feeling?
Right.
And why is it there? And like, I guess in a child's mind, is it something where it's like, well, wow, that was my father. As you grow up, it's like when you tell people, like, did you have your father? Yeah, I had my father around, but this was him.
Mm-hmm. Some people have fathers around and they're drug addicts and they're drunks, and so I don't know how my life would have been if my father was like there, like really there, like taking me to school, picking me up, taking me to games, helping me learn how to play sports, and because my father was a sportsnista, but he never included me in it, none of that. So you can't fault me for not playing a sport, because you were in the sport. So it'd be perfect. You have a son, why not show your son how to play certain sports?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that my father did that he couldn't include me in, but I'm a child. I can't. Who am I to say you need to be doing? I'm a child. So you were the parent. So you got to make that shit with me, because I'm the child. So I just feel like that. I am the one. I feel like always went to him and try to, spark conversations and call and say how you doing, and all that type of stuff. I felt like I was always the initiator, so to speak. So.
Now, do you feel as if it's easier having two parents around, or do you feel like it was a lot easier for you just having that one parent there?
No, I felt it was hard on me and my mother just to have the one parent around.
Right, you don't have brothers and sisters, right? Mm-hmm. See, yeah, that's the thing with me. I had like literally brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. We have Latisse on the line. Latisse.
Hey, hi everybody. Hey. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Are you traveling?
I am running up this New Jersey Turnpike.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Latisse? How you doing? So how was Wendy?
Oh my God, it was such a fun experience. She is always just a whole lot.
I know.
A whole lot in a lot of different ways.
Right.
But it's always bringing great style. Today she had on Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
Lord.
Very interesting.
I bet it was.
That's a little. That Honey Boo Boo is a diva.
Yeah.
She is a diva.
Making a coin.
Oh my God.
Making a coin.
But I'm not mad. She has her little coin stash. Very much got her little bank account going. But Wendy looked great today.
That's
had
good.
On a yellow dress.
Okay.
Dion Von Funkenberg.
Okay.
Her Manolo Flawless as usual.
Gotcha.
When she switches into her audience, kind of question and answer, she puts on her little
flats, right? Yeah. Oh, I know me, Wendy. I'm a Wendy fan, so I've been to her show before. So I went to when she was at her old studio. So I gotta get there. I was trying to get there this week because I'll be in New York for a few days, and I was trying to get there to come to the show, but the tickets were already full by the time I checked them out. So because I was trying to get in there before she left for the season, but it's all good.
Right. No,
Yeah.
Third week of July.
Yeah. Right, yeah, but when I went online, it was already filled up for the whole rest of the month, for this month and next month. So I wasn't able to get in there because I was like, oh well, it was like completely. It said full every day. It was full. Both shows full. So yeah, it was full. It was full. I know you. I know that's right. I know that's right. So what you got for us today?
Yeah, so today I want to just kind of talk. I did like a New York experience within 24 hours.
I know that's right.
Like my fashion, like find in New York was in my little 24-hour trip. So I have like about 5 top things I did that were fashion-related, funny, food. Because I love food.
Okay.
See my hips.
The hips don't lie.
I won't deny that your hips don't lie.
Right. Sean up there singing the
Oh,
song.
my security. we I get.
So in my little 24-hour fashion trip to New York, number one, I would tell people that are listening to visit Williamsburg, New York.
Okay.
Williamsburg is in Queens, and Williamsburg is in Brooklyn, New York, right off the pier. Really beautiful place, really trendy. Very, it's like,
I mean,
okay. Yeah, it's very cool, very, everybody has kind of their own little clothes. A lot of like street art, graffiti. I love it. And what I loved about them was they had this really cool outdoor market.
okay.
I got some really good bargains there, a whole bunch of vintage clothes, but I got like a cool vintage dress you can see Atlas Flash on Twitter.
Wait, did you say vintage? Did you say vintage?
She said vintage.
You know how I am about vintage.
Yes, Terry.
Mm.
I mean, you can certainly work with the vendors. It's right on the waterfront, and every Sunday, right in Williamsburg, New York. Really, really cool.
Wow.
And I love it. And fabulous stuff to the guys, and you know how I always feel kind of special sometimes.
Right.
Yes, I mean, from ties to like little crop shorts, like I was one shopping there. I think I shut them down. Like, it was close, like the last item. But definitely, you go to New York, you're looking for some fun, vintage stuff. Visit Williamsburg, New York.
Okay.
And when I was in Williamsburg, I went to my favorite Thai place. They have a chain. It's Tea or Spice.
Okay.
And their Thai food amazing. If you go there during their lunch hour, which is like between 1 and 3:30, Monday through Sunday, the prices are pretty much half. Like you pay half of the normal price, like for any of the entrees on the menu. So
Wow.
if you're headed that way, it's awesome.
So where's that at? You said where's that at?
Yes, they're located like throughout New York.
Okay.
The one that was in Williamsburg, they have it in Manhattan,
Okay.
Side, Lower East. Yeah, so they're kind of spread out. It's either C or Spice.
Okay.
Same owner though, really good.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Another really cool trend that I saw, a lot of the guys are wearing and women were just like basic tees with really like cool. I talked about this last week about how there's a lot of like graphic like
Oh, right.
wearable
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Wearable art.
Yeah.
So, and ways in which you're kind of reinventing your t-shirts, like I saw a lot of like basic t-shirts, designer t-shirts, or pencil skirts. You know, with like crops, and like really cool ways to take a basic t-shirt and just make it really stylish, and you can, kind of.
I was saying if he gonna try to do the head,
Yeah, he's supposed to do it. He's supposed to clean the head. This is one of them. No.
Okay. That's what's up.
And I just love trends, so I'm in CVS in Manhattan, and I was really excited about this. So OPI, nail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have this collaboration going on with Coca-Cola. Like it's weird. Like you never think nail polish.
Right, and Coca-Cola, nail polish Coca-Cola.
Somebody get high.
I know what it is, Latisse. I know what it is. Their new color's gonna be called Coca-Cola.
The T Latisse, he is trying to come after your job. He is trying to come after your job. Don't
Wait a minute, Latisse, is that true? Oh, I was going to say. I was like,
He was about to say he was getting all excited.
I was like, wait a
over
minute,
here.
is that really going on? I was just kidding. Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So really, like, okay, so it's called Icons of Happiness, right?
Okay.
Okay.
It has inspired all of these different, like, nail polish colors. So I'm going to tell you a couple of them.
Okay. Okay.
The first one is called Coca-Cola Red, so we're basic red. And
Okay.
then it has, today, are you ready for this one?
What's that?
Today I accomplished 0.
You know what? You know
You
what?
know what?
And it's the color of Coke Zero.
You know what?
And
It's smart.
That right.
It is smart.
oh, wait for this one. You're so vanilla.
You know what?
Yes, I love it.
I can't.
I love it.
Wow.
And you know what they're gonna have to do their commercials, right?
Or
What's that?
Coca-Cola's gonna be your sponsor, Terry.
Right, I know, right?
Get carried away. The red.
Okay, you know what, Latisse? I can't. Not get. You know what? I can't, Latisse. I can't.
I love it.
Wow.
So this Icons of Happiness, Coca-Cola and OPI. Look for it in your local CVS, all right?
Wow.
I wait, and so, I have to stop and talk really quickly on the reality ratchetness that's going on right now. That Mama Joy and that Mama Tucker.
No. I didn't see it yesterday. I didn't see it, but I'll watch it. I'll see it when the reruns come on.
Mama Joy has completely, I don't know what's going on, Terrence, but
She on something.
you know, do they offer her more money if she saw drama? If she
I don't know.
That's what it probably is.
I have no. Is that what you think?
That's what I think it is. It's probably
because she's really like Latisse. She's really acting a hole. Like seriously.
Right.
Like seriously, she really is. To be young, to be the age that she is, and to be a mom, and to be just go off like that. We see enough of that on Love and Hip Hop.
You're right,
We don't need to see
exactly.
you know, you're a mature adult woman that's a grandmother, and you acting like a buffoon. This is not a Tyler Perry play.
Stop.
Yes. I feel you.
I'm just saying, you save that for the stage.
Mama Joy, okay, they got into this little back and forth, tip or whatever. And so she called her the B word, and oh my, that was just like it. She went full force, and Candy's mother always carries her girls with her. And then Sister Bertha and everybody else was bringing, I'm like, you don't have a heart attack, ma'am. Like, this is, it was too much. But as far as her style goes, she looks great.
Yeah, she has. She does.
Really looks good.
Yeah, she does.
Looks good. So I can't knock that. I mean, I saw mom and those wigs that she's wearing. See, I don't know about those, but
Right.
Mama Joyce does look good.
She does.
She does.
Who's your fashion bomb today?
Oh, are you ready for her?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm positive.
It better not be who I think it is.
Fashion bomb for today. She deserves all the praise for the week.
Eve.
Yeah.
That's right. She got married. That's right. She sure did.
Billionaire.
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
He had a custom-made beaded lace dress by
It was
Alice Timberlake.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it was really gorgeous.
Duchess of Chamberlain favored Alice's design, so it was very royal, very, very chic, and most importantly, it was very expensive.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
She looked great.
And you know what I like, Latisse? I like the fact that, with Eve, she's not one of the type of people that you really see her out there like that. Like, she's very fashionable a lot. Like even when she did her albums and things like that, she was very relaxed, very cool, very cute. So when I seen the dress, I was like, wow, like this is like different. Like it is almost kind of like going from like she turned into like a Cinderella.
Right, exactly. I like that. That's a good fashion bomb. Eve is a good fashion
Went
bomb.
for
I like
blues,
that.
Dad.
Like you said, she's not over the top.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, she's like quiet storm. She's set to be working on another a
Sitcom.
film coming up. It's like international couple. I think it's kind of the plot line.
Okay.
But she's she's going to do some really, really big things.
But yeah, she also was working on a sitcom for ABC, if I'm not mistaken. She's working on coming back to TV in a sitcom, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so.
exactly what it is. Exactly on ABC.
Mhm.
Yeah, so, I mean, she looks great.
Yeah, I saw a picture. She looks really gorgeous.
Instant Family.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
I like to see.
Cool
That
beans.
TV show she had,
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah, it was called Eve.
James E.
Yeah, it was called Eve.
James E.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling us,
Yeah,
Leticia.
so you had fun in New
on your
York.
way back from NYC. You coming back? I'm about to go.
Pay them tolls. Pay them tolls.
I know the toes. Right. Right.
I'd like to meet you back there.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
Tell
cause
them throw that Coca-Cola nail polish out the window.
Right, the Coca-Cola nail polish. Oh my gosh. Right. Right, the cherry. Oh my! I'm surprised it's not edible. It's not edible.
Don't do that because you know.
Today, I accomplished 0.
Zero. You so silly. Oh my gosh. Letice, how can people reach out to you?
Please follow me on Instagram at LashFash, so LASHFASH. And please follow me on Twitter at Latice LASHLASHLTY.
And who you was gonna shout out? Cool. Who you about to shout out? Oh.
Ran over me on Fifth Avenue.
It? Are you serious?
You should have got hit lawsuit.
Right.
I see this is like yellow Lamborghini, you know, everyone's turning around like, oh, who's this, you know?
Mhm.
And it's them.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
You should have just passed out in the street. You should have just passed out.
Yes.
Never had to work
Never.
again. You be like, you be how you doing all the way to the bank. How you doing? How you doing?
Wait,
How you doing? How you doing?
Did you have heels on? Did you have heels on?
Right.
Did you have heels on?
look, I would have went from, huh?
I said, did you have heels on?
Oh, you know I did.
Okay, so what you do is when you pass out, you take that one heel like Patty do and kick it somewhere. Your heel all the way on 4th Street.
Right.
And you got hit on 25th Street.
Right.
Right.
You're so stupid. You're so stupid. Oh my gosh.
Look, I would have went from today I accomplished 0.
You did-
Today I
right.
accomplished 0.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I said you'll be how you doing all the way to the bank. How
You better
doing?
make that
How
new
you doing?
drink.
How you doing?
You better make that new drink.
Right, polish that. Right. You have your own company for polishes.
Call it Lash.
Lash, right. At last.
Lash got cash.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
Wow. But
Please, I hope that none of you would sign your petition for Blue Ivy's hair. Okay?
you know what? People better leave that little girl alone. People leave that little girl alone. Right. Leave her alone. Child.
Change her name to Blue Naps. Blue Naps.
Right. Let her be natural.
And have all her edges.
Right. Exactly.
Wait for the
Exactly. Absolutely. I'm with you. Well, Letice, drive safely back to
Please
Maryland. All right.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, guys, that was Letice Lashley with the Fashion Bomb. When we come back, we're gonna talk to our guest who's in his way to the studio. So keep it locked, more Style Chronicles in a moment. You guys are tuned in, locked in, strapped down, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride from this point forward.
Did you just say strap?
That's right.
Yes, for Monday straps.
Really? Monday straps?
Monday
I
straps.
can't with you. All right, guys, I'm your host, Terrence Styles. I'm in the studio with my guest co-host, none other than Sean Mack.
Smack is back.
Smack is back in the studio. We just had a great conversation with Letice Lashley. She was talking about her trip at NYC. I know, right? She saw Wendy Williams. So to all my Wendy Williams fans, how you doing?
You got to the hands up.
How you doing? So yeah, she was talking about that trip, right? She was talking about her trip to NYC and her little hot spots and things of that sort. So thank you, Letice, for giving us the fashion bomb. The fashion bomb, she said, was
Eve.
Eve. Yeah, if Eve got married.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, definitely go out there and
Yeah, she
check
looked
that
beautiful.
out.
She absolutely
Awesome.
looked gorgeous. So shout out to Eve for being married. She's mad now. She's mad now. Yeah. So, all right. So right now we have our chronicle for tonight is what you never heard him say. So if you have someone in your family, a friend, male family member, brother, uncle,
Date,
cousin, boyfriend, husband, what have you.
Here we go with the husbands.
So yeah, if you have any male figure in your life that is certain things you just never heard them say, we want to hear from you. So call us up at 888-400-5574. But in the meantime, we have a guest in the studio who's been on the Style Chronicles last season, if I'm not mistaken. MJ Harris is in the building.
Thanks for having me.
I know, right? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be back, and I love the studio.
Thank you. It's been a minute. So, for those that may not know you, MJ, tell our listening audience a little bit about you and all that good stuff and why they should know MJ.
Well, I wear two hats on a day-to-day basis, and they all involve helping people. For my day job, so to speak, I am the vice president of a company called the Hurston Group, and so we're a financial brokerage firm. One of the things that we specialize in is doing financial planning for people who are in same-sex couples, as well as people who are HIV positive, because in a lot of cases they can't get life insurance, and we're one of very, very few companies in America that can do that for people. So that's my day job. Outside of that, I do a lot of inspirational teaching. It usually revolves around like empowerment coaching for individuals, as well as doing like financial empowerment, speaking, emotional empowerment. It's just empowerment all over the place. So my life is all about helping people.
Look like you need to have like you could just unbutton your shirt and have a big old E on it. Empowerment.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
So for your not your day job but your other job, how does that work for you? What is a typical client like for you?
Well, I mean, it can be anybody. A lot of times my clients are people who are at some kind of transition point in their life. They are in a new relationship, leaving a relationship, starting a new career, starting a business. They are at some transitional point. And as we all know that when you're at those transitional points, that's often when you have the most doubt, the most confusion, past wounds come up that can create more doubt because you may be perfectly prepared for this juncture in your life, but maybe there was somebody in your past who never told you were good enough. And that affects how you look at yourself now. So that's where I come into play, to really help people to first and foremost identify what does your full potential look like, or what could it look like, and what are some steps that we can take you towards that, and what are things that we need to address along the way to make sure that those don't step in the way as a barrier to getting you to your full potential.
Gotcha. Go ahead. John.
Okay. I'm in the same field as you. Actually, this is funny. Really funny. But my question is, what inspired you, or what decision that actually inspired you to join this particular field?
Yeah, you know what it was that I was in college and I had started working with a ministry there that did like on-campus ministries and all this, and they did a lot of empowerment work, and they asked me did I want to work with them, and I was interested. I thought I was going to be an admin, but the first week I got there, the person who was heading it asked me would I be interested in actually teaching, so I would just do like workshops and things of that nature. I'd do things on Sundays. I would teach all the time. And I liked that people started coming to me asking, could we meet, could we have one-on-one sessions? I didn't have a lot of experience in that area. I had no clinical background, didn't have any clinical desire, but I realized that what I was doing wasn't clinical in any way. I was simply just using my gift in helping to influence how people think about themselves. And so I kept on doing that. That has been about 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know I haven't been here that long, so clearly.
Get out of my head. I can't with you.
Freaking proud. Yeah, that's a long time.
That is right.
Been doing that long, and I've been doing the thing that I do for my day job.
Right.
I think that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
If you can get paid what you do in your second job, then yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's all good. All gravy. So, MJ, our chronicle for tonight is what we never heard him say. Now, what are some things that you've never heard certain male figures in your life not say to you, and and since that you haven't heard them say it, has that changed to now?
I'll tell you, early on in my life, I think the biggest thing that I didn't hear said to me was more around a recognition that who I am is a gift. That I'm not, that the things that make me different don't the things that make me different are not a problem, right?
Mhm.
That who I am and all those subtle nuances, all those things that make me unique actually make me a gift, and that I deserve to be valued. I had women in my life tell me that, oh, you're so special. You know, you have your aunts, your mom. You know, I had a lot of women who would tell me that, and I'm so happy for my support system.
Right.
You know, but I did not have that coming from men, and it's so crazy because I didn't have that coming from men. Being that I'm gay, I think that when I went into my relationships, I would always be seeking out affirmation from men. I was starved of male affirmation,
I'm with
and
you on that.
it was a challenge.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. I can so relate. That you get it so much from, you know, your mom that's pretty much raises you.
Right.
But when when you're around other men, you looking for that affirmation that yes, you've done a good job. Yes, you're great. You're awesome. You can do this.
Right.
And when you don't get that and you earn for it so much, it's kind of like, oh, why he just can't say those words?
And it's crazy because I think sometimes you want it right out the gate.
Yeah, just
like,
come on, just say it.
I know, exactly.
I always like to stand on the corner, just say it,
But, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting it and expecting it. And I'll tell you, that's the lesson I've gotten, is that it's not my job to wait for someone to learn how to verbally affirm me and tell me the things I need. It's my job to find someone who's capable of doing that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Throw my chops.
And that's where I'm at now. It's like I'm past the okay, I've been wanting this and you're just not gonna give it to me.
You're past the teaching phase.
Right. Now I'm just looking, now I want to be, I'm making sure I'm around guys that will be able to say those things. Not afraid to say I love you. You know, I have male friends that we say I love you. Because I don't say those words loosely. If I say it, I mean it.
Yeah, that's what I mean too.
I mean it. It's like, I love you. Yes, I do. Like, there's no doubt about it. But, some people can just loosely say it and just, oh, I love you. Like, wait a minute. Do you understand what those words mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so, like I was telling you, MJ, off air, I was on, about maybe 25, 30 minutes ago, I was talking about how the first time I heard my father say, I love you to me. And it was pretty much the latter part of last year. So it was kind of like a shock factor for me because I've never heard him say that. So when you never hear a person say it, it's like it's a wow factor.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're used to the person never saying it. So it's like when they do say it, it's like, wait a minute.
You don't know how to prepare yourself.
Right. Right. So because I get it, I know without a shadow of a doubt that my mother does. If if I don't know anything else, I know that. But I didn't know if my father did or not. Just because a parent brings a child into the world doesn't mean that they love them.
Oh, you got that right.
Doesn't mean that they love them because it's like, what you mean? What you mean you don't think I love you? I'm like, exactly. I don't know. I'm not in your mind.
Yeah.
I think that with a lot of men, I was having this conversation about a week ago with someone. With a lot of men, especially black men, we are raised where masculinity. We're supposed to wear like a badge of honor, and what goes along with masculinity is this whole idea of detaching from emotion. Even with little boys, you start crying, stop crying. We train kids from a very young age not to express or feel emotion, and then they grow into these grown men who literally have very, very low connection with their emotions. So it's not that they don't feel love, it's that they don't know how to express it. They've never known how to express it. If they did express it, they would have been told that they were weak. I was reading this thing online. One of my good friends, she posted this. I'm not going to say her name. But she posted something online, and she talked something about, she said that, I don't want a weak man. She starts giving all these different adjectives to describe the kind of man that she wants, and it's just like, I'm thinking, that sounds sexy and all of that, on the surface, but the trade-off is that you're going to have this man who has no emotional connectedness, and that's going to be a real problem later. And so what you're talking about, even with your dad, I'm sure men like your father, they're just from a generation that really, really just didn't know how to connect. My dad's the same way.
And it's crazy that it's even like that, because I'm like, you cry just the same way as I cry. And I'm like, and I've heard people say that plenty of times, I'll be out and they be telling me, don't, you shut the tears up or something. But I'm like, in certain cases, people that are more emotional on that level, they express themselves, and those are the ones that actually will have your back longer than a masculine guy would.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they will actually be there with you, they'll cry with you, they'll hold your shoulder. Nobody likes to do that no more.
No.
You know, it's all like, you know, oh, well, talk to me only when you got good stuff to talk about. Or let's, you know, turn it up or something. But no, let's turn this cry out. Like,
Let's cry together,
let's
baby.
cry together. I mean, sometimes you need those moments, and those are the moments that really, you know, draw you closer to a person.
Yeah.
Because when you're able to get emotional with a person, that's a raw thing that not too many, like you said, not too many people even like to go or like to see themselves, see somebody else, you know, have somebody else see them in. So it's a raw thing, but it's special when you experience that with somebody. But it's just hard to get to that point.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
MJ, I was home on Saturday night, and I was watching, no, actually it was Saturday during the day. I was watching, they were doing a marathon of Iyanla Fix My Life. And so it was this particular episode, I saw a little bit of it in the initial air of it. It was called The 6 Brown Chicks. They were 6 women who were bloggers. And each one of them had their own specific thing of what they blogged. One blogged about relationships, somebody blogged about dating, somebody marriage and sex, things of that sort. So they had a falling out, all 6 of them, and you know, Iyanla was trying to bring them back together, the sisterhood and all that good stuff. So make a long story short, towards the end, once they were done, she was done breaking them down and building them back up again. They were in the garden, or somebody, you know, she had rented this house in Chicago or whatever, and they were in the backyard, and they had 3 elder women there. And so they sat in the chairs, and the 6 women was to go to all of them and get some kind of wisdom from them. And even Iyanla participated in it, just to hear wisdom and let them know what it was that they were on this earth to do and for. And when I was looking at it, it just hit me. And I was like, why can't men do that? Like, to see men, like, kneel down to elder men to get wisdom, to get guidance, to get, you know, the purpose of why they're here, what they need to strive for, what they need to do when they're, you know, they reach a roadblock, and how to get over that roadblock, and all that type of stuff. So I was just looking, I was like, it's so quick. Women can easily just do it.
We don't do it because society does not give us permission to do it. To kneel down, figuratively or literally, and ask someone for advice is a humbling act.
Right.
And as men, we're not often taught that humility is a good thing. We're taught that we should know it. One of the greatest challenges that I sometimes will have with not just male clients, but just men on my staff when I'm trying to. I work in a very male-dominated industry.
Okay.
Financial service is very male-dominated, and I've got to coach these guys. And so when I run into the same challenge with them, clients, anybody, is when it comes time to give them advice. What I experience with a lot of men is that they take advice as a reflection that you're telling them you don't know this. There's something wrong with you because you don't know this. They can't just receive advice just as I'm telling you this to lift you up. A lot of men experience, if you're giving me advice, then that must mean that you see that I don't know something, therefore you see weakness in me. So I resist advice, and I resist opportunities to get advice, because getting advice makes me feel weak, makes me feel like there's something that's lacking within me, while women in a lot of cases take it as I want to learn because I want to grow. And I think that's how we should all take it, but that sometimes is a challenge for a lot of men. We are not given permission to seek out advice.
Exactly.
And you know what, I even witness it and see it even in women now.
Right.
Like, it's being difficult for them to talk about their feelings and to break down and to show emotion and to. So I'm like, what is really going on in this?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with just society, you know, just how society has changed, and it's almost kind of like you're accepting, you know, what it is. And that's so funny because we were just talking about this at work today, and how, you know, nowadays more people are accepting, you know, oh, well, I'm not just going to be in a relationship. Like, if you want an open relationship, then just for me to keep you, I might as well just go ahead and just have an open relationship. Or, you know, because you're abusing me, I'm just going to accept it because, you know, I don't think I can ever find somebody else.
Right.
And it's crazy, but more and more people are just accepting things that you have been grown up to say, okay, don't accept this, don't, you know how you used to do DARE and all that, and they tell you don't do drugs, don't do this, don't do that. But now more people are just like, well, I mean, you know, I can't find nobody else, so let me just go ahead and just accept what it is that you're not saying, you know. So you don't want me to express myself, then I'm not going to express myself. It's crazy. And when honestly, you know, be true to yourself. If that's what you're looking for, and if that's what you really want, you want that person that's emotional, you want that person that can connect with you, then, you know, don't go with society and don't go with the general public. You know, do your own thing, be outside the box. But that's the problem in society. It's really society.
Absolutely. Wow. All right, guys, we're going to take a music break. When we come back, we're going to have more with MJ Harris, so keep it locked. More Style Chronicles in a minute, all right? Lordy, mercy me. I hope you guys...
Mercy, Lordy.
You know what I can. All right, guys, if you just tune in, I don't know where you guys been at for the first 2 hours. All right, so I am your host, Terrence Styles. I'm in the studio with my guest co-host on this Monday evening, Sean Mack.
Sean Mack is here.
That was my Angela.
I'm back on the Turnstile show.
Is it too soon?
Sorry.
I can't.
No, I'm laughing.
I can't with you.
She'll be alright.
I can't with you.
I'm remembering
She's
her.
gonna get you in your sleep. She gonna get you in your sleep.
But you're an inspiration to me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You better stop. She gonna come get you. All right, guys. That is, I guess, still my guest co-host, Sean Matt.
I stepped out of my body.
Clearly. I'm also in the studio with our guest, MJ Harris. He's been on the show before. He is back with us. Our chronicle for tonight is What You Never Heard Him Say. So please call us up. Let us know if you would have anything that you know, any male figures in your life that you never heard them say certain things and you want them to. Call us up at 888-400-5574. Again, 888-400-5574. So MJ, is there any other male people in your male figures in your life, males that there are things now that you want them to say that you haven't heard and you're not looking forward to it because you don't think it's gonna ever be said?
Well, you know, I would say it used to be sorry. Me here, I'm sorry. And I used to be so hung up after I break up with somebody, be so hung up on the I'm sorry's that I didn't get out of them. You know, we both, both people contribute to a breakup, but I'd be so hung up on the fact that I didn't hear I'm sorry or that they didn't take responsibility. But I'll tell you what changed. It was a realization a couple of years ago that closure and being able to move on with our lives should not be dependent on what someone else says or doesn't say. Closure and moving on is solely dependent on us choosing to move on, us forgiving that other person for whatever it is. But, for to answer your question, it was I'm sorry. And that's something that I think that's very, very hard for a lot of people to say in general, especially a lot of men, given that, like we talked about earlier, when you're not conditioned to process and actualize your own feelings, it's very hard to connect with how you may be impacting someone else to the point of empathy to actually be able to articulate, I'm sorry, or to know that you should be sorry for something.
I think I realized over the years, especially with male friends, I don't have many, but the ones that I do have, I cherish them quite, almost like hold them very dear to my soul, to my heart, because it's like when you're not used to something and you get it, you get that relationship with the male, another male. Yeah. It's like, for me, I cherish it just as much as if I had a close relationship with my dad, because I always wanted that close male relationship. Yeah. And to have the couple male friends that I have, I try to hold them dear. And people fail to realize that even though it's a friendship, the word in it is ship, so it's still a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's clearly platonic and you're friends, but it's still a relationship. You still have to work at it. You still have to figure out what's wrong, what I didn't do right, and they have. Yeah. So it's like people fail to realize you still have to work at it just because they're your friend. You still have to work.
And I think even sometimes it's even harder because, like, even after you're being friends with somebody for a long, years and years, now you have to do things to go over and above just to impress them, and then they're not as wanting as, a relationship is, because at the end of the day, your friend's gonna be there. So it's harder in some cases. It's really, really hard. Even like holidays and all that, it's just hard. Because, one particular friend right now, we're not
like we used to be. It's really weird. And I haven't had time to really have that one-on-one sit down before I just feel like, because right now the way I'm feeling, I feel like the friendship is just done. That's just how I feel. And when you've been friends with somebody for over 10 years, it's like, I invested all this time, all this energy, what have you. And so the way I'm feeling right now is just, have you ever been somewhere where you're there and your friend is there too, who you've been friends with for a minute, but they, with their friends or their lover or whoever, and they're used to being like, you all being together and just, having a good time. But now you're in this space when you see each other, it's like it's so segregated.
Yeah.
And you almost feel like they don't really know me. Like they don't know. Like,
Or do they really know you? Because you both have grown and evolved. So
Yeah.
the
Right.
that you are now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
But it almost make me feel like I'm a stranger. Like I was just somebody I know.
Right.
Versus how we cut out. We friend. You know what I'm saying? This is very weird now because now that's why I'm feeling like when we out and then they show up. It's like. I'm like, hey, it's still like, hey, how you doing, sort of thing. But then it's
But
like,
it's just not the same.
yeah, it's just like,
Right.
well, wait a minute.
One of the things that I think that when you talk about things that we don't say, what I never heard him say, is we often don't have those conversations around, have we evolved in a different direction in our
Right.
friendship? That doesn't mean we shouldn't be friends anymore, but have we evolved? Who we are today, is this friendship the same as it was 10 years ago?
Right.
It's
Right.
not. How is that different? Is that okay that it's not different? Just to be able to have those sort of check-ins with our friends,
Right.
because then if you don't, then you have two people operating with two different sets of assumptions
Yeah.
that cause more fractures and more distance that
Exactly.
may or may not need to be there.
Exactly.
That's true.
And that's why I'm like, I need to nip this in the bud before it gets haywire. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and I think because of your personality, I think it would be an easier
Mhm.
task to do. And then because even though you may not talk to the person in a long time, in a way you still know things about them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it will always be, it's going to be there, but at least if you nip it in the butt, it won't be so awkward. Because it may be awkward for them, but especially if they're that type, just how we was talking about, people don't like to speak up. They don't like to speak up now. So,
What they do, but
sometimes-
it's on social media.
Oh, exactly. That's
well,
a
wait a minute,
whole
you know my
nother-
number. Just call, hello?
That's the whole,
Just call my number. Don't be putting
My
stuff out there
fingers
on...
speak for me now.
Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, that's what I can't get over. I can't get over all the things you're not saying to me right now because you're putting it all on the Instagram and
Exactly,
the Twitter and the
exactly.
Facebook. When you know my number, you just call me. And
People
let's
are
hash
verbal
this out.
punks now.
Yes, they hide behind these computers, these
Yep.
tablets, these iPhones, Androids, all this. I need you to come from behind the technology, please.
I'm
Step
telling you,
away
if
from the technology.
Facebook just hired people, like just say, look, I just want to hire you and your fingers. Do you know how many people will have jobs right now? Like, my God, it just amazes me. I just want you to advertise. That's all. Just advertise. Some people know that more than they know their job. So
I
it
think
amazes me.
That's probably what they do at their job. And
All that.
they're not supposed to.
That's why across the street we so backed up. Like,
Technology does give people a platform to kind of hide their emotions behind, but I do think that if you do have the mindset, which you do have to recognize that there's an issue and to be more emotionally present, you have a high level of emotional intelligence is what I'm saying,
Mhm.
then you got to be the one who's willing to sort of, take one for the team and reach out. They're not going to pick up the phone, you pick up the phone and
Right.
reach out. If you start that conversation, they'll jump right in, but you can't depend on someone to do something that they don't know how to do. And we also can't criticize people for doing what feels safe to them. People always goes with what feels safe to them. And until
Yeah,
you
point
show
there.
them that there's safety in that other space of being direct communication, they're not going to know it.
So sometimes you gotta grab their hand and say,
Yeah.
You do. That's a part of relationships. You got to
Yep.
grab their hands.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean that makes total sense. It does. I think for me is, I don't know. I'm always that person that makes the first step. I'm always that person that initiates. I'm always that person that
That's how I
pick
am
up the
too.
phone. I'm always.
Yeah.
I'm always. And at the right. It's like at times I'm like,
You want it back?
I get drained. It's
I
like,
so agree.
why I gotta, it's like
my
I do
God.
this all the time. Why I gotta be the one to always initiate this and initiate the relationship? Initiate, let's do this. Initiate. I'm tired of initiating.
It
Yeah.
can be draining. I'll tell you this much. I think on one hand, it's got to be balanced. You got to have people in your life who are going to be as proactive as you. But on the other hand, I do think that sometimes the resentment can go away once you recognize that your ability to take the first step is actually a gift. That's something that's inside of you. You got a high level of emotional intelligence. And so this thing that you do so well, that you can do so naturally, once you recognize that you have that gift, because there's so many people out there that don't have it, and this is a space in a relationship that you can always have the lead in that. You can always, that's the gift that you bring to the relationship, is that you can always keep it moving forward. Once you recognize that as a gift, that takes away some of the resentment from when you do it, because you recognize this is the gift that I contribute. Maybe emotionally they have another gift. Maybe they are able to calm a situation better than you might be able to. They bring something else to the relationship dynamic that you don't bring to it. But this is your gift that you bring to the dynamic. So I'm not saying to always have to do it, but in those moments where you do find yourself doing it, recognize that that's a very unique gift to have the courage and the emotional foresight to speak up.
And you know what's funny, MJ? I actually thought about it like that, you know, a couple of times. But then, you know, sometimes you always end up backtracking and like, okay, yeah, it's me.
Right.
But no, it's funny that he does say that, because, you know, I think one thing, like with you, I always say that you are very social. Like, you know, in certain atmospheres where a lot of people would just, you know, stand back and like, oh no, I can't. You're very social, and that sometimes is way faster. That gets you faster places than a person that's not. And I think that, you know, the same quality like you have is like me, you know, where I don't want my time being wasted, and that's how it is.
Right.
You know, if I'm gonna waste my time, it's me wasting the time. So if we're gonna get on this phone and we're gonna talk, or we're gonna go out, we're gonna have a date or whatever, I want to get something out of it. Even if I'm having to take like the jump out there further and like do everything myself, at least I can say, well, you know what? I put everything on the table. I tried. You see what I mean? And like you said, it's some people that can accept that. And then there's some people that just, that's not what they're necessarily looking for.
Right.
So, you know, that's perfect. That's
I think I never even thought about it as being a blessing. I really never, I guess because I got so wound up of being so drained and being the one to do it all the time. Yeah. I never even thought about it as it being a blessing that I can have that capable of doing that. I never even, wow, that you just gave me something really to think about. Wow. Okay, so I was telling you, Sean and I were talking about the whole dating thing, and, you know, we were talking about some things about, well, I was asking Sean about the things he wants certain, you know, his dates or people, men in general, when he goes out with them to mention or bring up. And one of the things that Sean said was, how was your day? Just to, you know, start a conversation. And I think,
general conversation.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, I think that's definitely, you know, a key thing, especially if you're in a relationship with someone or you're dating.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people can be so one-sided.
Yeah.
And they don't want to, everything is them. Or,
right.
You know, or you could try to get a word in and just like, oh, anyway, but because my day was.
Yeah.
It's like, did you hear that I was speaking?
Exactly.
Right. You just asked me how my day was? Like, I'm sorry.
That is,
and then you
that's
just go
a turn
right
off.
back to you?
I will
Yeah.
that's a turn off. It is.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I've had somebody snap on me before. Like, I was just like, oh, so, you know, how was work? How was your day today? What do you mean how my day was? Okay, wait a minute.
That was
I'm
sign
like,
number one that
what?
Emotionally, y'all are on two different planes.
Wow.
Oh, bump that. I turned my plane ticket back. I was a parasail. I jumped off the plane, okay? You can have my seat, ma'am. Like, that's just crazy.
Off
It's
next
just
stop,
like-
please.
Right.
Next stop.
How about next cloud? Next cloud, please.
MJ, did he just say next
Yes,
cloud?
he did. Next cloud, please.
I can't.
But
Not the next cloud.
it just amazes me. And then, you know, another thing that I hate, because I mean, I'm still young myself, but I always hear people say, oh, you know, deal with older people. Now it's like the older people are worse than the younger people because
But it
they're
has
trying to be
nothing to do
younger.
with that.
Exactly.
It's about emotional intelligence
Has nothing
and
to do with
emotional
it.
maturity.
Say it again,
If I am, if who I am is the same, we are all pretty much byproducts of our experience.
Exactly.
Right? How I interact with the world is rooted in how I was taught to interact as a child. Now I've grown, I've matured, I've had experiences that have allowed me to evolve. But ultimately, whether I am 23, 53, 63, it doesn't matter at the end of the day if I don't make a conscious choice to grow for myself.
I agree.
And so I think that when it comes to that, I don't assign age to it at all. I assign it to how do I feel when you and I are in dialogue. Because whether you are 23 or 43, how I feel is how I feel. If I don't feel like you're listening to me, if I don't feel like you care about my feelings, if you can't receive when I care about yours, because that's a challenge for some people.
Yeah.
They have a hard time having you care about them.
That's
If we
true.
don't have that, I don't care about your age, I don't care about anything else, because ultimately we're just not in the same place.
I agree.
Wow. Wow. I'm still thinking about what you just.
I know.
I'm still thinking about him telling me about
Your
the
gift.
my gift. Yeah.
It is. I mean, I definitely agree with it. It is. It is. It's. I feel where you're coming from because it's almost like at least once or twice. You know, at least once or twice, I want to get approached that way. You know, like you were saying before, like I want to get asked. I want to, get picked up or something like that. That's why I asked you, how did you feel when you came with the door? When you came to the door. I was
Right. Oh, I know, right? I think we have a call on the line. WPB Radio Style Chronicles. Hello. 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 Style Chronicles. Hi. Wait. Oh, it's too many people. Okay. First, who's on the line?
Shantae Rogers.
Shantae. How you doing, Shantae? Thank you for calling in. And somebody else is on the line?
That was just me.
Oh, just you.
Yep.
Oh, and Zaya. Hey, and Zaya.
We're getting everybody today.
How you doing? How you doing?
This is interesting because we're getting from a female perspective.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna start with Nzea. Nzea. So our chronicle for tonight is what we never heard him say. So what are some things or phrases or words that you wanted a particular male person in your life to say that you never heard them say?
Not speaking of my mother in particular because I was raised by my dad,
Okay.
but maybe other male figures. Just giving encouragement sometimes. Maybe I'm giving another opinions as far as like from a male perspective. I think more men need to share with young women while growing up because that's like really important.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. And my other caller. What about you?
I just want to know, from a male's perspective, why is it that when we women go out or we do stuff, why is it that I can't be honest when we first start dealing with you? Like, if you got babies, tell me about your babies. If you got baby mama's drama, tell me you got baby mama's drama. If you got fiance, tell me you got fiance. Why do guys just bring you along and they know they got a woman on the side? That's all I want to know.
So basically, it's things that you would never hear guys say. The truth.
The
basically.
truth, right? It's
The truth,
right?
exactly.
The truth. So pretty much, they're putting on a facade. They are taking away your options, as I say. I always say that, like, just let me know, give me the option to still deal with you or not. If you got a crazy baby mama, give me that choice. I might want to help you out and I might be able to be the person to come in the middle and bring y'all two together, have a better, a better relationship because it's for the children.
But I think with a lot of men, the reason why men will lie, the same reason why women will lie, is because at some point in time in their childhood or early life experiences, the truth did not serve them well. Let's say, for instance, you had a parent who, think about this, let's say you had a parent who had a really terrible temper, and telling them the truth about what you may have done wrong got you beat, or whatever happened. Or maybe you had a prior spouse where telling them the truth got them to be they may not have gone off on you, but they didn't talk to you for days on end. They stonewalled you. That's the term that we use for that. And so my point is that for every liar that you come across, that is someone who is not healed from a past wound where the truth was used against them, where the truth was the foundation for pain. So I'm not telling you to excuse their lies, but I'm also telling you to recognize that someone lying to you is not, it's rarely an act to hurt you. It normally is a reflection of unresolved pain. So once you recognize that, you do have responsibility to yourself to sort of detach from that person, because that's obviously someone you don't need to be dealing with. But recognize that we have to have some level of empathy, because that person, the way that they deal with their unresolved pain is through lies. How do you deal with your unresolved pain? We all have different things that we do with our own unresolved pain.
That's true.
Wow. That was
Okay, I gotta understand it now, because I just feel like I just don't understand. Like, give me the option, like Karen said, give me the option if I really want to deal with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the thing that makes me mad when you approach someone in life, I just don't understand why you're so defensive with me. I didn't do anything to you. I just want to know the truth.
Well, think about it like this. If my emotional evolution, if my emotional maturity is so low that I think that the only way to deal with the world is to lie, then I'm probably not in a place to also deal with being confronted. Right? So the minute that you recognize that someone's a liar, you automatically kind of have to put them in a box of very low emotional maturity and don't expect much from them out of the confrontation. You confronting them is not about getting them to tell you the truth. You don't need that validation. Your validation is in recognizing that they're a liar. The confrontation really is just you coming to them and let them know this is how I need to deal with you or not deal with you moving forward.
But you know, it's funny that you say that. A lot of people feel like that's what they have to do. Like, you know, as soon as I see it, you know, approach me, I have to confront it. Like, it's just deep inside of me. I got to let you know that you didn't get
validation.
Me. Right? Exactly. And I think if more people think about it like that, that you know what you are, you know what you want, you know what you're able to deal with. Cut it off, you know.
Exactly.
Don't put yourself in that predicament.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah, I do. That's deep.
I need to I place as a woman. Where for me, I fought against that, and I always went against the grain. So, like for me, I enjoyed it and I appreciate it, and I think it made me a better person. But I know it was somewhat of an issue for some people who wanted the issue. I just didn't take much stuff in their life.
It don't matter what people say to you. It only matters what you believe. So that's my opinion.
Absolutely.
So basically, it made her stronger as a female being raised by a male.
Right.
Wow. That's interesting.
Very interesting. Cool. Wow. Well, ladies, I want to say thank you for calling in and giving us your input on tonight's Chronicle. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Ladies, enjoy the rest of your evening. All right. Have a good one.
See you. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, because I think that's what I was asking you too. Like, you know, if your father was there, would you see yourself different?
I wish I could answer that. I really don't.
Or let's say this: if your mom did not raise you,
then I'm sure I still would be missing. There'll still be a piece of me missing.
Okay.
Because I would feel like that I'm not loved by women because I've been abandoned by them. You know, just like I felt that way about I'm not loved by men because I was abandoned by one. You know,
Abandonment issues don't have a gender attached. I have a close friend where he felt like he was abandoned by his mom, right? And he was raised by other relatives, and for him, he still has issues in his male relationships today because it's the abandonment issue.
Right.
You know, so
I really don't. I don't know. I don't know how that would have been. Of course, I could, you know, my father could have raised me, but I could have been my father, and I still probably wouldn't be close.
That's true too.
You know what I mean?
And you know, and that amazes me too, because I hate when people say that you know, oh, you have to have both parents here, or if your father does.
No, because there's people who raised by both
issues
and not be close to either one.
Exactly.
So it's just all in how how the situation happened, how being raised by a particular person happened, and all of that. Like, I just don't know, because me and my father could still be on the house, and he's the one that raised me.
Oh, you know, another thing that I think that really gets to me is, you know, the whichever, you know, male, female, that basically the parents that are there, and say for instance if you're not in a relationship or anything like that, but you have a child together, you're always negative about that other person in front of the child.
Yeah, that's one thing my mother didn't do.
I hate that with a passion, because you're going right along with what society wants.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, you know, even if this person, you know, this guy is doing everything he can possibly do, you know, he's showing up, he's paying stuff, you know, he's not just giving a check, he's literally picking the person up, you know, taking care. But because you have had your problems with him, you feel like you have to inflict that on the child. I think, you know, that needs to stop. That literally needs to stop, because that's when you have, you know, questions like this.
Absolutely.
And it's all because of what your parents have installed into you as a younger age.
Absolutely.
I think that when I see parents who do that, where they're talking about the other parent, when they're talking to the child about the other parent speaking negatively, to me that's just a reflection of that parent, male or female, has unresolved wounds. They don't know how to work through anger, so they project it out onto the child. It's not healthy, it's not right. But you know, the reality is that we think that we think that our emotional wounds heal like our physical wounds, where with time it'll get better. They don't. They just stay right there. So if I'm wounded, it doesn't matter how many years goes along, how long he's been gone. If I'm wounded, I'm going to project that in some way, shape, or form, because that wound is going to keep on festering and keep on affecting all the people around me until I work through it. So unfortunately, women and men who do that, they're not in a position to change until they make some kind of concerted effort.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's
Therapy is a
because-
great option. I do recommend that.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I am prone to therapy.
Hey, sometimes you gotta express yourself just to somebody, even if it's not just, you know, I don't want your opinion. I just literally want you to just listen.
Yes, and be unbiased.
Yeah. Be like Beyonce and listen.
Listen.
On that note, we're going to take a music break. When we come back, we're going more with MJ Harris
MJ.
and my guest co-host, the lovely Sean Mack.
Thank you.
Okay. More Style Chronicles in a minute. Don't go nowhere. Co-host Sean Mack is in the building. I am your host, Terrence Styles, and our guest in the studio is MJ Harris. He is no stranger to the Style Chronicles.
Well, not related to Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, I've been holding that for
You can hold that.
I've been holding that for a minute. Sorry. You go ahead. Come on, man. Come on, stop.
MJ, I apologize for my guest co-host.
I appreciate
It made him laugh though, so that's a good thing.
So we've been talking about, like I said, our chronicle tonight is what you never heard him say. So we've been discussing certain things from male people in our life what we never heard them say to us, and we had some callers that called in, and so it was really good. One caller said that she was raised by a father, so it just made her be a stronger individual, a stronger woman. And then the other wanted to know, why do men lie?
I think a lot of people, I think all of us sitting here thought that.
They lie to hide the truth.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
Clearly to them, the truth won't set them free, so
Yeah,
they just won't tell it.
Well, I just hate the ones that lie and then you leave and you tell the next person you meet, you do the same lie, and then you tell the same, like, come on, come up with new lies. It's time. Come up with new lies.
Now, I want to ask this question to both of you guys. Are you guys, or any of your exes, are you guys still friends with them? Are you cordial, like if you see them, or are you kind of like, oh, you stay on that, you stay over here, I don't want to run no
One of my
parts of
closest friends, who I see him every single weekend at least. We probably talk at least 3 times a week. Is my ex I was with for almost 4 years.
Wow.
In fact, I spent part of my childhood in DC, but I moved away for college and worked up in Philly for a couple of years. I moved back to this area because the big recession hit at the end of 2008, early 2009. That hit, and my relationship ended around the same time, so I didn't have anywhere else to go. So I came here because my family was here, you know, and we went through a period of time of not being that close, probably about 6 months, and then we just ended up becoming friends. We've both been in relationships at various points in times over the last couple of years, over the last 5 years since we've been broken up, and we've spent weekends, like we've had a couples weekend together. You know, I know his new partner, we get along very, very well. And I'll tell you why we're able to do that.
Wow.
And I've not been able to do this with every ex. We're able to do that for a couple of reasons. The first reason is because when the relationship ended, we were both able to accept that the relationship needed to end. And there was no resentment there. I forgave him, I forgave myself, he forgave me, he forgave himself. And when you can forgive, that does create the capacity for something.
That is
you
true.
know?
Yeah, that is true.
Doesn't always mean friendship. I think we were very lucky.
Right.
But, you know, it's just no resentment, and I wish him the absolute best.
Wow, it's funny you said that because I'm friends with my ex. Or hits what I was talking to you guys about earlier off air. Like we're friends, and I went through a lot with him, and but I had to forgive him and forgive myself, and we've talked about the situation and what have you, and I was around this time I was in my mid-20s, so. At my 20s were just so rough, and that was a part of it.
Rough.
They were rough.
People glamorize them.
Wait,
What
did you just say?
Was it rough and tough?
Puffs.
Oh, big sales.
Jesus, keep
How
me
y'all
at
used
the
to do it back then?
cross. Keep me at the cross. Oh, Jesus. No, it wasn't rough and stuff with Afro puffs.
Okay.
But it was really, it was bad. It was really, really bad. You know how you give so much of yourself to someone,
Yeah.
and then when it's over, you don't know how to get that back. That's how it was for me. I felt like I didn't know who I was anymore.
Yeah.
I felt lost. I felt like even it was a moment my mother had saw me and she was like, "Oh my God, what is going on with you?" Because I looked rough. I looked like I was homeless.
You had been through.
I had been through. Like somebody just whipped me down to the bone, the marrow.
Yeah.
Like I've never been that way like that before. But even though I went through all of that, I thought even when we broke up, I was like, thought it would never stop hurting. Never. I even told my mother, I said, "Will it ever stop hurting?" She said, "Eventually it will." And when I got to that place that it did, it was just like, wow.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
It was like, wow. But to this day, we're friends. We talk just about every other day or so and have conversation and things of that sort. So I never thought that I would get to that place for us to be friends or what have you after all that we put each other through.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, because it's something that you went through and you had to break yourself down. You had to break yourself down in order to build your Lego back up. And it's something that everybody has to do when you break up out of that relationship, especially if it's one that's been for years and you have like a huge connection and it's like everything is just like gone.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people always say, well, I just want this back, I want that back, all the materialistic things. But if you take all that out, what do you really want?
Right.
You have to be able to, build yourself back up because at the end of the day, it's going to be you sleeping with you.
Right. And they get lonely sometimes.
No,
That is the truth.
Well, how about you, John? I mean, are you friends with any of your exes?
You take me back to 2006.
Oh, wow.
I know, exactly. I can't deal with people no more. They can't deal with me. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, MJ.
Right. They can't deal with you.
No, not really. I've never had it to the point where I'm nasty to a person. I'm really cool. I'm a really, really nice person.
You're a bitch.
And,
that's what you are.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
How you so well?
I'm not gonna give you the voice no more. I'm not gonna give you the voice. But no, I've had a couple of people try it. During times it's gotten to there, and then they just went on this whole wild excursion, and then eventually I had to dismiss myself.
Next cloud, please. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Really, next cloud. How about that? Exactly.
Oh my God! I can't believe I just said that.
Yes, you like that though. You like that.
Right. I can't believe I just said that though.
Exactly. But
silly stuff.
I don't know. Just like I think a lot of it is because, like you said, when people are in their 20s, which I'm still am. It's really hard to find, to run across. I'm not gonna say find. To run across people that are on a mature level, that are looking for something serious. So when you're the type of person where you're really looking for something serious and you're ready to invest time to build to something, a lot of people these days are not. So when you do break up, it's harder to just be friends where you ain't getting no benefits. No. Your benefit package is done.
Your
401k. Yes, your 401k
is shut down.
Matter of fact, I moved it to another company.
Right. It's out of business.
It's going through liquidation. See, people always want to go through liquidation. No, this ain't no liquidation process, okay? We just shut all prices down.
Oh my God.
It was a hard close.
Well, are you gonna relocate to another? No. We're not relocating to another spot.
Matter of fact,
we're not going across town. We're not going to the state.
we blew the building
down.
Okay,
yes.
we blew the building up.
We discredit the name. Done. Do not. I repeat, do not return.
Yes, I swear.
We will not rehire you.
We will not. And don't have nobody call me for a reference. Oh my God, it's so crazy, and I do not know why it's like that. Why it's so hard, nowadays, just to be, in a relationship.
Right.
It's really crazy, and I love this message today because it's something I think that everybody should ask themselves. What do you don't do? That you wish that you would do,
right.
And maybe if you try it, you might like it, and the outcome may be different.
Yeah. That's what I try to do. I try to, as I'm getting older, do things. I like being spontaneous, and I like doing spontaneous things, and that's what I'm learning to do or trying to do in my life. Is just do things that I, like my 20-something wouldn't do, but my 30 wouldn't say, sure, I'd try. Why not?
You know what? funny thing, like you said early on, the walking to the door thing. I've never done that. I've always wanted to do that, but I want to get the opportunity to actually do that. Basically, he was saying that the day he went on, the person actually walked to the door.
Oh, to knock.
And
Not.
Well, that's nice. I never let people come to my home.
Well, hold on.
Right
The
there.
person he knew. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
No, it's not.
brave.
No, it's not. No, but that's the first time he's been to my home. But
Yeah.
I've known him for a while.
You've known him already. That's
Yeah.
such a nice thing, though.
Yeah.
Knock.
Yeah, well, I
Because I
said
didn't
because
expect
normally
that.
you get like a text. I'm outside.
I expect right.
The worst is a honk.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
I prefer you text and say you're outside versus
Wait a
honk.
minute.
Don't honk.
Like
I'm
my
gonna need
cousin
you
coming
not
to
to
pick me
honk.
up.
Do not
You
honk
know?
the horn, sir.
Right, and it's one of them long, like, wait.
Sir, man, do not honk. I'd rather you text and say you're outside. But he actually came and knocked on the door, so it kind of got me. I was like, oh.
That's what I said, and I was like, do people even do that anymore? Does people even know what that is?
Yeah.
MJ said he don't even let them come.
You see what happens is he walk up the block, and then they get out the car. So I'm walking to your stop
You
sign.
can let me off right here at this time. Wait a minute, you say, no, I'm fine
I'm
right
good.
here.
I'm good.
I love that.
So
Oh my
MJ, you
God.
meet people at wherever you're
If
gonna
it's
be.
a first or second date, then it's always we meet out someplace. And
Okay.
I appreciate the whole I want to pick you up and and all that stuff. I'm like, that's great, but there's a reality of the time that we live in. And
Right, I will
frankly,
agree.
I would just much rather meet you out now. And so that's just my own stuff.
Yeah.
Just you think about your own safety and all that
Sure.
good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
MJ's like,
Well, no, I think I agree with you, and I'm like, if it gets to a point where it's like 4, 5, 6
Oh, yeah.
dates,
yeah.
if that's bust out, oh wow, like that
That's
to me should not be something I should tell you. That to me, if you did that, wow, you get a shoe. One shoe come off. One shoe.
Not that one shoe. I think you might want to put that back on.
That's when you know that's happening.
Right. Put the shoe back on.
Put the shoe back
Put the
on.
shoe back on.
Yeah. That's wow.
Yeah, that's I was when you asked that earlier. I was taken back. I was like, oh, and he's about to come in like he was about waiting for me to. Wasn't sure if I was ready. I was like, no, I'm ready. I'm good. Like, what's good? So I was taken back because I expected a text saying I'm outside.
And it's just like even more things, I'm not saying that, you gotta open up doors or anything like that, but I'm just like,
Yeah, you ain't gotta do that.
Right, I don't think
I'm
you
a
gotta
grown
do
man.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
a grown man.
exactly.
You open my door.
Exactly. I just think that conversations can be a whole lot better than what they are now. Actually learn facts about a person, not what a person can offer you.
I like to sit down and have conversation
Yes,
over
ma'am.
over some cocktails and food and whatever, appetizers or something. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I like
this was
that.
one thing in my early 20s that I did not pay attention to, which was I always thought that if someone didn't talk if they weren't as communicative as I wanted them to be, if they didn't ask about me, I would always overlook that. And I say, well, that's not that bad. It's annoying, but I can overlook that.
Mhm.
At this point in my life, I'll be 30 in February. At this point in my life, I recognize that it kind of is a deal breaker if you're not able to communicate with me. And I'm okay with saying that's on my list because while it may be lightly annoying on date 1, 2, 3, and 4, what happens at year 5 when I'm feeling emotionally starved, I'm feeling lonely in my own relationship? I can't act surprised by that at that point because on day 1 I saw it. So I'm learning to value
I
that
can
a lot
change
more.
him.
That's another thing.
Child,
I
you
hate
cannot
that.
change him or her. He is who he is.
Yeah.
She is who she is.
Yep.
They're only gonna change if they want to change.
If you married
If they
Accept it.
Yeah.
Right. So if you married somebody that doesn't communicate, you knew that going
It's
in
gonna
that
get
they did not
worse.
communicate.
Because
It's
people
gonna-
show you
yeah.
they show you their best up front. So if their best up front is not communicating, then good luck 2
Yeah,
years.
because it's gonna get worse than that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I cannot. I have to be with somebody that communicates because I want to talk.
I feel you.
What is on your mind? What's going on?
Right,
Let's
exactly.
do this together.
Exactly.
And and I'm fine with you said I want to talk right now, but
Yeah,
I will.
absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let me
Yeah.
know an hour, 2 hours a day. What you
Good
need?
time. Yeah.
All right, but we all gonna talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I feel I'm with you, MJ. That's a deal breaker for me. You got to be able to communicate with me.
Yeah.
Because I can't read freaking minds. I refuse.
Yeah, and it's hard.
I can't even read my own mind. Right?
Oh my
Why would I
God.
want to read yours?
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Come on, I ain't
Now,
gonna do it.
I did want to ask a request before we go off air. Can
Yeah.
I just give a quick plug?
Yeah,
really
go
fast?
ahead. Yeah.
Well, as I was mentioning earlier, one of the things that I do within our company is I head up a division of the company called the Special Care Planning Division. And what it is it's a really vital thing. It helps people who are chronically ill HIV, diabetes, even cancer, to be able to get access to life insurance, to guaranteed retirement accounts, because people who are chronically ill, specifically people who have HIV, they're living a lot longer, but their long-term care costs can be a lot higher. So if you don't have certain things in place financially, you're at a greater disposition than the person who may be quote-unquote healthy, but is living the same life expectancy. So anyway, we help people do that. It's a no-cost service, completely no cost. And if anyone's ever interested or just wants to talk to it, we can work in any state, so state barriers don't limit us. Our number is 1-866-939-2932. That's 1-866-939-2932. Or you can go to our website, which is www.thehurston Group, THEHUR, as in Sam, TON group.com. Just wanted to put that out there because I know it's a vital thing that a lot of people need access to.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
especially
good.
in this day and age. For sure.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah. MJ, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the
Thanks
show.
for
It's
having
so
me. I
good
love
to
being
have
on your show.
Thank you. I'm so
Yes,
glad you
it's great
came.
meeting you.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
So-
I'm about to take you and just bubble you up and just put you in my
Right, so when
and
you
then
need
like, I need your inspiration.
Like the Staples commercial. where
Yes,
you
the
hit
easy
the
button.
the
The
easy button.
MJ button.
But you know, the one thing about MJ when I first met him, what gravitated him to me was just his persona, like the way he carries himself and the way he speaks. It's like. It's almost like when you turn, you know how some people like to hear the ocean when they go to sleep?
Yeah.
It's like, that's how your tone is. It's very like...
Yeah, and you know one thing, like with
Soothing.
just meeting you, and I didn't even know your age, and once again, you're the same age as me.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to meet somebody that is still in the their 20s that basically can walk the walk, talk the talk, and look good at doing it.
Right.
And it irks me off when people just the society or just this and that.
They
No.
putting the blame.
Right, they want to blame everybody else except for you.
Tell us that them taking
Yeah.
responsibility.
Just you can do
Absolutely.
it. You can
Yeah,
do it.
you can.
Yeah.
Speak.
Right.
Speak.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about you, MJ. It's like, wow, this dude is
Yeah.
really cool. Like you just give it, and it's like you don't. You know how some people talk, it's, I don't know, they have extra stuff with it or whatever. It's just you're just so subtle with when you say
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Yes,
It's very smooth. Even if he's telling you off, it's very
Right, like are you like that when you tell people off?
Yeah, I am.
He lied. He lied. He
Right,
lied.
now what I tell you, man, smack it and throw it.
Now my team members probably feel like I'm a lot different, but I don't yet.
I can't see you. I can't see you doing that. I can't see you doing that. So it's very like,
He's very-
look,
What you see is
I
what you
told
get.
you
Right.
before that I was not gonna do
It'll
that.
be a
Exactly.
subtle read.
And I refuse to repeat myself again. I'm telling you one last time that I said no.
You're just gonna have to go home.
Right. Yes.
Without paying.
Right. I told you to wear black today. You decide to wear red. You need to go home.
That's a problem. Have a nice day.
Yeah. And I will see you tomorrow. You need to wear red tomorrow. Since you wore red today, you wear it tomorrow.
And don't forget the company picnic.
Right.
But you're off today.
Right.
Without pay.
Right. But you still better be there.
Yeah, that's MJ.
And please leave the kids at home. No kids allowed.
Exactly.
That's at the
Exactly.
family day,
That's family day.
not the business picnic. Thank you. No, I'm messing.
I love it.
appreciate
I love it.
Thank you so much.
How can people reach you, MJ?
Well, you can always reach me at on my email address or through Facebook. So Facebook, I am MJ Harris. Same on Instagram, I'm at the MJ Harris. Same on Twitter. So Facebook or any of those other platforms. If you want to reach me, you can go to my company website and reach me through there. My direct email address is mharris@thehurston Group. So mharris@THEHUR, S as in Sam, TON group.com. I'm available across all platforms. So they can definitely reach out to you and feel free to give them my contact information.
Cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. So, Sean, it wraps up another Monday.
I know we're getting the deluxe. They're getting the deluxe version.
Right, yeah, because, well, the 90s Play Lounge is on hiatus for a few months. So we got to go over just a tad.
I love the 90s. Come on, let's just do the 90s play lounge. Come on now you know we can just Beavis and Butthead. There we go. We can do the 90s play lounge.
Right, you are so silly. But it's always a pleasure having you as my guest co-host.
I enjoy being here. I so much enjoy
we always
being
cut
here.
up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And cut loose.
They cut loose, like
Yeah,
Footloose.
Footloose. Exactly.
Can't be big. I swear. All right, guys. So next Monday, this month is actually Black Music Month. June is Black Music Month, and so in honor of that, next Monday we're going to have a couple artists on the show, and our chronicle for next Monday is Soul of Music. And right. My guest co-host for next Monday will be Richie Sky.
That's Richie.
Yeah, it's always good to have. I always cut up with Richie.
His music is awesome.
Yeah, I always get on.
Shout out to Richie Sky.
So I look forward to seeing Richie here next Monday, and we're counting down to the season finale of the Styyle Chronicles, and we only have 6 chronicles to go,
Wow.
and then it'll be a wrap.
We did it.
Yeah, it'll be a wrap. I was like, oh my god, I got through.
Yes.
I got through.
Without getting rid of any of us.
Right, exactly. Put y'all on probation.
Yes, probation.
Oh, y'all on probation
Put
at
your
the end of the
headphones
season. Put your step away from the microphone, put your headphones down, and walk away.
Exactly.
You're suspended until the season finale. Then you can come back.
That's another track.
Next microphone, please.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been this season has been interesting. It's been interesting. It has. I've learned a lot in being able to finagle at such quick notices and things of that sort. But so, like I said, next week's chronicle is called Soul of Music. The following Monday, then she'll be back. The last 2 chronicles leading up to the season finale. So yes, we got 6 chronicles to go, and I'm just like July 28th is coming. So you better not miss one chronicle because it's going to be very interesting these next 6.
You've accomplished a lot. I'm
looking
proud
forward.
of you. Definitely proud of you. And on behalf of all of us, Richie, Danielle,
Sharella, everybody, yeah.
SOS,
Right, Marco, Latisse, yeah, Troy,
cousin,
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. I mean, you're giving us a platform, to showcase our talent.
I like to pay it forward. Someone gave, the owners gave me an opportunity. Shout out to April and Frank for giving me this platform and be able to do what it is that I do, and to allow me to still do this and was going to school for it all at the same time. So I'm the type of person that like to pay it forward.
Yeah.
So I knew people that had talent. I knew people that were interested. So.
Yep. And that's one thing that I like to just throw out there. It's not always about what a person can give you. Sometimes just being able to be there, but not only that, sometimes just give back.
Right. Absolutely.
That is a powerful thing. Just to say I helped you at a moment where you were down on your lowest.
Right.
Now I see you and you're standing tall. Now I want to give back to you. It may not be in money form.
Right.
It could even just be, hey, I just want to, be there for you. I just want to support you.
Right.
Please do that. That's one thing that,
absolutely.
if you want to say things that people don't do,
Right.
that's things that people don't. It's always now, it has to be financial.
It's always, well, what's in it for me?
Right, what's in it for me? Yeah, exactly.
Like, I didn't ask y'all to be guest co-hosts on me to figure out, so what y'all gonna do for me now that y'all gonna get my guest co-host? I did this because I knew that all of you guys could. 2, in some form or fashion, we all have worked together or have some kind of working relationship together, or we're friends outside of this. So it's just like, why not?
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you to you and all the other guest co-hosts for just being flexible and been the time that I had to think quick on my toes to figure out what to do once Keone left. That y'all just stepped in and allowed me to work with you guys' schedules and things of that sort. So I thank y'all for
no problem.
For being flexible.
But I think it works good for you because, like I always say, God has something really strong in store for you, and you may not see it, but it's coming.
Right.
It's definitely coming.
I appreciate
This is just
that.
the beginning.
Right.
But it's coming. But I think you had to deal with different personalities because you've been dealing with Keone for so many years.
Yeah.
You get accustomed to that.
Yeah.
And then now, and comfortable, right?
You do.
Now, once you get that radio gig, you're gonna be able to deal with the 14.
Right.
Oh, that's actually Scott right there.
Right.
Oh, that's Scott right there.
That's there, yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there.
That's Sharona right there.
That's really Sharona.
That's really
She's
Sharona
looking
right
at the
there.
rundown.
You know what? It's funny you said, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is true.
So it's good that I,
You needed that. You needed
right.
that
You're
versatility.
absolutely right.
You needed
to be able to
that.
deal with all these different multiple
Exactly.
personalities. You're right. You
to
know
get
what?
that job that's coming. It is
You
coming.
know
It's
what?
already
You're
claimed,
absolutely
signed,
right.
sealed, and delivered.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
And it was funny because I was thinking that a couple of weeks ago when I know that that was your biggest thing. You didn't know how this was going to be,
Right.
or just even having
I had
males.
fear. Right.
Even having
right,
males,
right, because that was my thing about having males as my co. I was like, wait a minute, I ain't never had no male as my guest co or co's period. So how is this gonna work?
Yeah.
I don't have no idea. I've always had women.
Let's try real quick. Hold on. Shout out to the Spurs. Shout out to the Spurs.
No.
He like who?
The Spurs. I know you're talking about. So they did win.
Thank God it's over. I still.
They shut them down, right?
They
only
did,
won
but
one
why
game,
are
right?
we having 5 games? I'm like, it needs to be like a Super Bowl. I beat you. I don't need to beat you 6 times. This feel like high school. Why do I have to fight you 6 times to know to leave me the hell alone? I beat you up 6 times. Gave you
That one time should have been it. That should have been it. I got to fight you again. 3 more times after school or in the lunch break.
You didn't catch it the first time.
Right.
I
So
hooked
you
with the right.
So you just want another ass whooping again.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's dope.
I never get that. And like I ask people, oh well, it's a series and blah 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 blah. No. I beat you once, you're gone.
Right.
Okay? No, this ain't WW, that's not, no. I hit you with a chair, you're done. Okay? Done. Why do we have to fight? Why do we have to do this many times? I always ask that.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to write in about that.
No, because I'm going to get attacked. You can't. Don't talk about sports now. You don't know your stuff then. It's like, prime example, it's just how, the girls are when it comes to, the housewives and all that.
Oh,
If
Lord.
you don't know what you're talking about, then child, you about to get shut down.
Step away. Step away. Step away.
Right, exactly.
Wow. All right, guys. So you can find me on all social media. I'm on Instagram, only the number 1, Mr. Styles, Mr. Styles with 2 Y's. Twitter, Terrence Styles, TERONCE, Styles with 2 Y's. Facebook, the same thing, Terrence Styles. You can check out go to our page on Facebook and join the Style Chronicles radio show group on Facebook. Become a member. Also, you can check out our website, the Styles with an S, Chronicles with an S.wordpress.com. Find out what's going on. Find out who's going to be next on the show. Go to the archives and look if you missed any Chronicles over the season. Mm-hmm. Go to the website, the Styles Chronicles with an S, WordPress.com. Go to archives and you can see the videos.
Oh my God, I just
from
got
the
finished
shows.
doing that. I was dying.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, you did it?
I went back and I looked at the pleats. I died laughing.
Oh, that's why you were here for that.
Yeah, I died laughing for that. And then I want to say it was one other time where it was you. I saw Sharella when she ran.
Oh, you did?
Oh my God! I was in it just going back and just doing.
I think that
stuff.
was when El Sor was
El
there.
Sor,
Yeah.
yes,
El Sor
I
there.
was dying laughing. You know who's just so calm? Miss Baker. Miss Baker
Oh,
is just so.
yeah.
She's just so calm.
But she laughs.
Yeah,
she
I
has
know
a
she
good time.
does,
Yeah,
but it's
but
very calm. Richie gives you sex appeal. Like he gives
Richie
you very
is
sex
right.
appeal.
Richie is the sexy one out of
Yeah,
all of y'all.
exactly.
Yeah, the one who wants to give sexy is showing us. Negro, I got just as much tattoos as you.
Right.
You want to have a tattoo show off contest? Like, let's go.
Just
what
'cause
you
you
want to
7'2".
do?
You
Right,
7'2".
right. Just you 7'2". Okay, I'm 4'2". What you saying?
Yeah.
I got just as
You
many
may be a
tattoos as you.
Goliath, but
Right.
David
You
did
so
so.
what? Right. Right, exactly. Like,
Exactly.
don't get it twisted, sir.
Yes.
I mean, what? You want me to show mine too? What? Let's
Right.
go. You want to be the
I
pretty
got a spot
sexy
to
one.
your parent.
Right. Trying to be the sexy one. Dude, really? Just because you light skin, got pretty eyes, don't really, sir. I need you to bring it down. Bring it down.
Yes, I love it.
But I'm glad you went back and checked them out.
I do, like because I was waiting for some of them to come, and then I was like, oh, let me just go and check them back. So a lot of times, sitting.
Yeah, I just put some new ones up last week.
I know that's
Yeah,
a lot of them new ones. I went because I was sitting there. I had to, like a lot of times there's certain parts that I just go back and I just like I have to hear it for myself
I know.
just to get a laugh. So even when the girls was here and we
Uh-huh.
did the model appreciation month, I watched some of those and I love the full figure ones. That
Oh.
Curry Mob had me dying laughing. I really wanted to see y'all faces.
Right.
How you guys were when she made the comment about the Facebook thing.
Right.
And I
Jessie went in. She went in. Okay? Went in.
Yeah, this has been a season. I have to say it has been.
It is.
Awesome
It's been a little rough, but
Yeah.
overall it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
Definitely, yeah.
How can people reach you, Sean?
Well, you can actually reach me on Facebook when I'm actually on. But no, it's Sean Mack, or you can find me on there, Sean Smack Mac. One big thing, shout out, if you're not doing anything on Friday, Will's Productions, your good friend Will, and myself,
Yeah.
we're actually going to be hosting our. We're actually going to be hosting an exclusive viewing for our new project that we're doing called Horism. You can go on, and you can find me on there as well too on the website and find out details about Horism. We're actually doing it here in Baltimore at the University of Maryland. But you can find out information for that at www.willcproductions, that's WILLC Productions with an S.net. You can find me on there, find out information about that. So, come out on Friday evening at 6 o'clock if you're not doing anything.
Cool.
Or you can always wait till another month.
Right.
And I will be back after 4th of July. And I'm excited because I'm going to bring all my fireworks and all my pork chops and, ribs.
No, leave that alone. I don't want no pork chops and ribs.
Oh, I forgot. I'm going to bring my salads.
And chicken.
And chicken.
And turkey meat.
You're going to put me to sleep, child. I need you to go in for cookout food, okay? Go in.
I don't go in for cookout food.
Really?
No, I don't. You gotta have a turkey. You have to have turkey burgers. You have to have chicken. But I don't eat no ribs, no pork. I don't eat none of that.
You need the picnic.
Right, I need to pick. I'll just bring my own. I've done that.
Shut up.
No, I went over to my dad's house. Was it last summer? I think it was. And I bought turkey burgers with me.
For him to grill?
For my stepmother to do it because she was on the grill. She was grilling.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
I didn't know people actually do that.
I do because I already know people gonna have beef. They're not even thinking about turkey.
That's true. And I don't know why people don't do that.
I don't either, but
or at least some type of
again.
chicken. Some type of chicken.
Right.
I really, that's a pet peeve of mine. If you're gonna have a cookout, you cater to both. And maybe not fish. You push.
You gotta do fish.
You don't necessarily have to do fish. Yeah.
You don't want to do fish. Yeah. So you have your Chronicle message?
Yes, I do. I actually just wrote it. This is coming from my work. So I let this MJ and his his subtlety
right
come
the
over
smooth
me.
speaking.
So I'm gonna try to say it in my MJ voice.
Oh Lord.
Men. Men. It should not take a woman to speak your thoughts.
Oh,
your thoughts are yours for a reason.
Oh, I like that. Say that again.
One more time. Men, it should not take a woman to speak your thoughts. Your thoughts are yours for a reason.
I like that. That's very good. All right, so my Chronicle message is: don't critique a quote when you never heard the message. Never do that. All right. So again, don't critique a quote when you never heard the message.
I like that.
Yeah. That's all I have.
That's all I have.
All right, people. It's been good. It's been great. It's been gravy. As I mentioned, the 90s Play Lounge is on hiatus at the moment. So make sure you keep it locked every Monday through Friday for the Live Wired Morning Show to get you through your morning commute to school, work, or what have you. And just always keep it locked on WPBRadio.com. There's always a show for everyone on this station. So we have from gospel to jazz to you name it, talk radio, you name it, we got it. All right, so keep it locked on WPB Radio 24/7. 24/7, all right?
Jesus.
Again, I'm Terrence Styles. Thank you again to my guest co-host,
Smack will be back.
Sean Mack, and my wonderful guest, MJ Harris, for coming back on the show.
Thanks for
Guys, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your week, and I will see you next Monday. I love you from the bottom of my Chronicle heart. Deuces.